We are live. Echo is live. I'm watching it on my screen, my TV screen here. I'm actually watching myself live on the TV, guys. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. There I am. Awesome. I'm live. I can see myself on the TV screen, guys. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna show it or nothing. See, one person's already there. We'll go live for a little while, guys. I see myself live on the screen. It's pretty awesome on the television screen. Here, I'll show it to you guys. I don't know what the. It's kind of cool seeing yourself live on TV. I think I should be able to do this. Yeah. See, there I am live on TV. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Boom. Should show up on. There it is, showing up on the TV. Look at that. Neat. See? Look, you see? There I am. Showing myself. Showing myself. See, look at that. See, I'm showing myself. Showing myself. Anyway, that's enough of that. Whatever. I just thought you guys would like to see that. It's pretty neat, showing myself live on TV. Whatever. Oh, big deal. I see one person's there. I'll be live for a little while, guys. I'm not going to be on too long. It depends on how long good the conversation is. No definite topic. Just being live for a while. Open discussion. None of my other YouTube brothers are live right now, so I figured I'd go live for you guys for a little bit. Just another mundane Monday, miserable Monday that just went by. I'm kind of in the mood for it. It's a little nippy today. Hopefully it'll heat up a little bit more, if you know what I mean. We all know what's coming up. But yeah, I see myself live there. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. I see one person is sitting there watching. I don't know who that is. It's showing somebody there. It's late. A lot of people might be asleep, or some people might be at their little night shift or work or whatever. But I just go live when I feel like going live. I'm usually out in the garage with the fan blowing, but I'm in here in a nice, comfy living room at the moment. I could go in my little area in there where the piano music is playing. I see 5 people are watching. Yeah, I was just showing myself live on TV a minute ago, guys. Got this little greener. Got this little room in here that I'm staying. You hear the piano music playing. You guys probably can't hear it. I don't know if you remember my old content. I had all this stuff, with the rain falling like that. I don't do that anymore. In the old days, I did. Got 16 people watching. Got a like. Sure to appreciate that. Always like the video and everything. It's always appreciated. I didn't see anybody else going live, so I figured I'd go live for a little bit. This is my 149th live. Next one will be the big 150. Wow. I love all my subscribers. And just what's on everybody's mind tonight? Is everybody doing okay? Everybody coping with this reality? We all know how sucky it is. It doesn't get worse. It's just getting worse. Suckier and suckier. Saw Tragic Reality live right there on Halloween, and Steve Brown was live last night. That was pretty awesome. I always love his lives. I might even listen to one of his lives tonight while I'm going to bed. I was seeing if one of those anybody was going live, and then I'd go on there, but nobody went live, so I said, okay, I'll go live. Whatever. So somebody will be live, other than the ASMR channels. Not that they're not wonderful. I love the Tingle Spells. I love the ASMR channels. There's that one guy, the Jedi guy, the Star Wars guy. Kenobi or whatever. I don't really listen to him that much, but they're all good channels. Got 2 likes, appreciate it. I guess nobody's brave enough to say anything in the chat, so I'll just rant on a little bit. It's just a lot of people living with their parents. A lot of people are struggling for jobs. Doesn't matter how much experience you got. Still struggling in this crazy rabbit hole matrix, yeah. So anyway, I don't know when I'm going to invite a guest again. It was nice having Steve Brown here on my channel. I've invited Tony the Tiger several times. I don't know what's up with that guy. He's always doing his video games and stuff. That guy's awesome. Cheryl, suck my soul. I love that guy. I don't know when I'm going to invite him. He's going through a lot of fucking BS, just like all of us. But, all these YouTubers, I just got finished listening to Javal the Doomer with his rant. It was good, an hour and 10-minute rant. If you guys haven't listened to it, go listen to it. That's what I was just listening to before I went live, and he's a very good YouTuber, and he's already got 2 strikes. I still don't know what the heck's going on with T Sizzle channel. I really hope it gets it back. I mean, it's been 3 months now. I've been on YouTube. I think this is my 17-month anniversary right about now. Yeah, it is. 17 months almost exactly. So yeah, awesome. I got 2 people watching. Everybody's running away from me. I guess everybody thinks I'm weird or something. I never really get much chat or nothing. It all depends on what time I go live and whether or not there's a definite topic. Sometimes I just go live because I feel like it. Other times I go live because I'm in the mood, like I just say, because there's a definite topic or because it's a certain time of day or whatever the situation. Anybody's free to chat. If nobody says anything, then I'll just leave the live on. You guys can listen later and just rant about stuff. It's hard to get out of the house, guys. I mean, it's ridiculous. You look at the rent prices, a lot of it's 1,000 or more. You can't get out of the house. You can't get a good job. You can't do much anything anymore. It's just, you can't even barely put gas in the car. I mean, what is happening in the world? We got Trump going out for a golfing trip, for goodness sake. I saw that on Deconstruct Reality last night. It's like, oh, he's just trying to ignore all the homeless people or all the people that are starving to death. I saw, just talking about these agreements and stuff. Every time you look on the internet, every time I try to look for work or I have work, it sucks. The wages aren't high enough. No, it's politics, doing all this stuff. They're just being, they're just being controlled by all these so-called higher powers. They're really the lowest class because they're the ones that are making the world the way it is. But it's just, we're just ranting. All of us YouTubers, we're just getting on here and we're just ranting about the same stuff over and 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 over again. And we're getting to the point to where it's like, it's just, it's just so depressing that it's hard to even sometimes make any content about it. It's hard to get out of the house. You're just so worried about everything all the time. And it's like, what's happening? What's going to happen? Are we going to go to war or what? I mean, why would you want to bring kids in the way the world is right now? It's just, it just seems like everything is just getting more harder than ever with AI and everything, taking everything over. What the hell is happening in the world, guys? What the hell are we going to do? I mean, it's like, are people really going to just go with this and not wake up and not revolt or something? Are people just going to allow all this stuff to stand? Are people not going to try to change things? Is this the way the life is going to just end up being, to where we can't even go to the supermarket without barely even being able to get in the door, without, barely even to pay for the bare necessities? What's happening? Mushroom Coyote, good to see you. Hey, buddy. Nice. Welcome to my 149th live. Nice to see somebody making a chat. What's up, Mushroom Coyote? You got a good channel there. I've listened to some of your videos. I like your little videos by the stream and everything. It's very relaxing. Of course, those ASMR channels are very relaxing as well. I mean, I'd like to sit down and meditate and relax with those guys. The ASMR channels where you just sit and listen to the sounds and everything. They relax. But it's actually hard to be depressed. It's actually hard to sit down and relax, guys. It's just, what's going on in this world? But we're going to just, all we can do is just go with it and just wake up another day. And it's like, okay, is anything going to change? And it's like, I mean, how much longer is it going to be like this until something happens, until people try to do something? It's like all these so-called higher powers, which actually, like I say, the lower powers, they're like the ones that are planning all this stuff. They know what they're doing. It's like they got everything to where it's like, okay, we know what we're doing, and we know that they're going to try to do this. It's like a chessboard. They're like, multi-layer chessboard, and they got like 3 moves ahead. Like, okay, now they're going to do this. Okay, okay, we got to do this, and they're going to fix it to where we never have any changes, and they just laugh at us. And it's like, okay, the State of the Union or whatever with the president. It's like, oh yeah, we got to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to do blah blah so and so. And they make everybody think everything's going to happen, and it never happens. And it's like, oh, well, we've been busy. There's other stuff. There's always excuses. What I don't understand, people are so busy, they don't even question what's going on with politics. They keep on voting, thinking that something's going to change, and nothing ever changes. It's just, you get mad around your house with your parents, that you shouldn't even be living with. And it's like, why are you angry? The generation gaps, generation gaps. You know how parents are. It's like they don't believe in all that generation stuff, but they just don't seem to realize that prices are higher, and it's not the same world that they grew up in. It ain't the 50s and 60s and 70s anymore. We live in a different era. Mushroom Coyote says, it would be fun to make ASMR, but make it wackier, some more unique shit. Now, okay. Well, I do like to listen to them. I was listening to them back in the summer all the time, but then it got to the point to where Well, it's just the stress. And of course, winter, we got seasonal affective disorder coming up. Some people, Steve Brown made a video about it. It's just, you don't have enough sunlight. And, it's just, it just makes you not react well, and it just screws your mind up. It makes life even more depressing with all the cold weather and the darkness, and everything starts dying off. And more people get more depressed. And it's hard to really sit down and maybe listen to something like ASMR or get yourself all relaxed like that. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what the hell we're going to do, guys. I mean, it's like we got a whole nother year coming up, 2026 coming up. Of course, we do got Winter Olympics coming up this winter, but, that's one thing to feel good about. It's one thing to look forward to. Holidays, I mean, everything's so expensive. I mean, I don't even know why we have Black Friday and stuff, because it's just, I don't know. I think I might have done a live on Black Friday last, Black Hole, whatever. Everything's so expensive. People rather just sit at their house and go on the damn computer and just buy stuff on the damn computer. Just Cyber Monday and all this crap. It's just everything is so technical. Everything's done at the push of the button now. Everything is delivered to your house, Amazon or whatever. It's just, or UPS or whatever. And it's like, we don't even need, people just don't want to get out and really commerce anymore. They want to save the gas. Everything's so expensive, and just try to, I don't know, make deals and stuff around, right there around Thanksgiving or whatever. And then eventually it'll be summer again, and a whole nother year will go by, and it just, who knows? I mean, robots might even be taking everything over a year from now, for all we know. It's all this stuff that's going on. It's just, you don't want to really pay attention to it, but sometimes you got to pay attention to stuff because you live in it. So anyway, anybody want to say anything else? I already got 2 comments from a good old Mushroom Coyote. He's cool. Anybody doesn't know his channel, check it out. I've listened to his videos. I was on his live back there around not too long ago, talking about how I couldn't even go to the fair because of my bank crap. He knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, I'll be live for a while. None of my other YouTube guys are on here. Steve Brown is not live right now. Maybe he'll go live some other night or later tonight even. Who knows? What's another guy I like to listen to a lot that goes live here and there? I don't know. I know that guy. He's awesome. But if nobody else is going live and I'm all caught up on my videos and it's Monday, yeah, go live. Why not? So anyway, it's nothing different than always say to you guys. My channel is all about life in general. Surviving in the rabbit hole matrix. It's just, it works. I think it works. One of these days I might change my name to Dark Shadow or something. I don't know, but I'm happy. I mean, then all my old video, I'd probably have to make a whole nother channel, because then all my videos and content wouldn't make sense. Like, who's this guy? Anybody have anything on their minds? I got 3 people watching, got 4 likes. Sure do appreciate it. Always like I always say, it's just I've been on there scrolling through the lives, and I'd be like, oh, who's this guy? Maybe I'll subscribe to him. Even when I don't even watch people's content, I still give them a like. That's just how I am. I'm a likable guy. A lot of the nicest people in the world are going to be the ones that are going to have the hardest time, because the ones that are going to get screwed over by all the morons that take advantage of you. You try to be nice in this world and people screw you over. People try, rob you. Everything's so expensive, they're probably going to break in your house and rob everything, try to take everything you got, And parents keep bringing kids here. Oh, we got to bring our life meaning. They're just going to suffer too. But no, I'm going to take care of them. They're just, they'll make it. I'll raise them to do well. And yeah, sure you will. That's what they all say. And eventually they get a mind of their own. It's like, wait a minute, I raised you like this. Like, yeah, well, maybe I want to do this. And it's like, no, I'm the parent, and yeah, you're the kid. And they get all that mentality and stuff. I'm reading on, I got you on the TV. That's kind of you, says Mushroom Coyote. They sure do. Yeah, I see you on the TV there. I don't have to look at my phone, because I look on the, it's not showing up on the TV. I got my TV on to where I can actually see my live on the TV. Mushroom Coyote say, it's wild how people can pretend and manipulate to get their way and harm others. Yeah. Like I was saying, people are going to be trying to just take everything for themselves. People like to just, manipulate. It's like, I'm going to do everything I can to make this the way I want it to be. And if that's not going to work, then I'm going to rob somebody. I'm going to put somebody at gunpoint and try to take everything they got. And that'll be that. Then at least I'm happy. I mean, everybody's looking out for themselves. It's never about the other guy. It's about me, 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 me. That's the mentality. And it sucks, guys. Let's see. So anyway, the only guy that's making comments right now is Mushroom Coyote. Got a cool channel. Anybody who hadn't listened to it, go listen to it. And I'll go see Javal the Doomer and Steve Brown and Tragic Reality and Prison Called Live. He's made two big 30-minute videos over the last couple of days. Awesome. Benedictine the Truth, he makes a good hour or so video almost every day. That guy's awesome. Go listen to him. If you don't know who these guys are, you need to figure, I mean, anybody who's searching for videos on how the world is, and these are the guys to listen to. These are the ones I, subscribe to. I don't know. I just worried all the people I subscribe to is all this on my channel. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of those guys. Meaningless Cycle is another one. Thought Provoker is another one. Finding Gnosis. Those are the British people that usually go live. They make videos here and there. All the old regular guys. This live is all about general discussion. Anybody wants to tune in, say hi. This live is already over about 16 minutes. Mushroom Coyote says, that's cool. Steve Brown is still around. I thought he left YouTube. Yeah, he came back in the summer. He's got a whole nother Life as a Joke video. He's got a whole nother Tired of Life video. He's got his channel. He's really reviving his channel well. Yeah, Steve Brown's still around. He calls himself B Stevie now. It's not Steve Brown anymore. Now it's B Stevie. So then you can find him. He was on my he was on my channel for a lot. I think it was the 147th. It was two lives ago, I think, when Steve Brown and I did a little thing on Halloween night. That wasn't an official live, but yeah, he was on my channel. Go listen to it. Yeah, Steve Brown's awesome. Life's a Joke. Positive Stevie. Here's Positive Hole. Positive Hole says that he's positive that everything's fucked up and negative. That's what there is to be positive. Positive battery. It fucking has to have a negative. Fucking, magnetism. Fucking the magic of magnetism. Fucking everything pulling itself into hell, which we're already in. That's what I'm positive about. Anyway, let's see. 15 people watching, 4 likes. Appreciate it, guys. I'm really glad I went live tonight. I'm in the mood for it. Usually I do it out in the fucking garage where it's too bitter to. I'm in a house. I'm all comfy on this one. I ought to be sitting in the chair, but if I sit down, I probably won't be able to say as much. So I think it's better that I just pace the floor like I'm doing. Anybody have anything you want to talk about? If nobody says anything, I'll just say whatever comes to my head. It's nighttime. It's peaceful around here. When my father goes out on his paper route, it's the kind of house it is to myself. I get to watch YouTube videos and have it put me to sleep. And then I go through the regular mundane process of waking up and taking a bath. And every morning I always listen to the same 2 videos to wake me up. The Meaningless Cycle, the one in the red shirt, and then I listen to the old classic, I Hate People with Pointless Rat Race. And those 2 videos wake me up every fucking morning, guys. Because it's just every time I listen to them, it's just so intuitive and funny. It's funny because it's true, because it's like, yeah, these guys know how life is. That's how I wake up every day. And then I go get some coffee. Then I go out in the garage and I just mess around, watch all the TV stuff. And then I wait for the mail to come. Then I look and see if anybody calls. And if I have a job that sucks, I go do it and come back as fast as I can, because at all hardly time everything is done pay enough. And which I still have nothing. And if I do get something, I'll pretty much tell you guys. I don't see why I wouldn't. And then I wait for dinner time, and then I go off in my little room and watch videos and wait for my father to go off with his paper route, and then I have the house to myself and just listen. All I ever really do anymore is watch YouTube videos, guys. I mean, I used to be watching stuff like movies. I mean, I still watch stuff. I'm like, cable to movies and music and stuff, but it's just not as much as I used to. I got that Spirit House. The only reason I go there is for atmosphere. I mean, it's kind of like I'm worshiping my own consciousness, because it's just, if there is this God separate from us, he's evil. Because if anybody who creates a world like this is evil, guys, I dare not worship that. I am worshiping myself. I'm worshiping myself as a conscious being. And anybody who's sane enough to realize that this world is dog shit and that we're just creating a malicious reality for ourselves. I go to help give myself comfort, just like with those ASMR channels and meditating or whatever. That's what it should be about. I mean, trying to give yourself peace, and so you can cope with this crazy world, and everything you can, anything to help you feel better, anything to make you feel like life is, even though it probably won't get better, something that'll help you, make you think it's going to get better. because there's so many people that are suffering unnecessarily. Life is hard enough. People are suffering in hospitals. They can't afford to either insurance or whatever, all sorts of crap. And life doesn't have to be harder than it has to, why you got to make this monetary system? Why can't just people help each other? The abundance is here for people to at least survive until they die. Why does it got to be corruption, the greed level, the evilness of people is staggering. Have I checked out the channel Flex Z? No, Mushroom Coyote, I have not. I will check that out. I've never heard of it. I'm always hearing these channel names. I got another question and answer thing. Most used emoji. I don't know what that is. I'll see if I can put that on here, guys. Vash says 2 days until Wednesday. Wednesday, yeah. Just hump day. Truth. Okay, I don't know. That thing was on there and already went off. I mean, I was going to put it on there, but it went off the screen already. Right now we got one person watching, 4 likes, almost 21 minutes in the live. This live is just general discussion. Anybody wants to come on and say hi. Apparently either everybody's asleep or off on their night shift or something. I don't know. Or they're listening to other YouTube videos or they're doing their own thing. I mean, there's so many things to occupy yourself in this world, but it can be so depressing that it's hard to get yourself to even watch a movie anymore. I mean, I can remember in the old days when I'd sit in front of the TV screen and just watch stuff all the time. Life is easier when you got that paper, that they print out from the trees. Like I say, life is easier when you got the money. But if you don't have money, life is really depressing, and it's hard to even find ways to get yourself out of bed in the morning because it's just, you're just going to be scraping by. Most people can't afford to live on their own. Most people are living with their parents. Most people got to be on tiptoe to be on good terms with people that they got to live with that are, taking care of their basic needs like food and electricity and can't put in a roof over their head. And also, it's just, you bring them in the world, you're supposed to take care of them for life. I mean, all this stuff about booming out at 18, there's the parents, you bring a kid in the world, you're supposed to take care of them for the rest of their life. And that's, period. Anyway, I got the TV on here so I don't have to look at the phone. Let's see, Mushroom Coyote says, if you look him up, he has tree and his icon, you have to scroll down a bit. Okay, I'll look for it. Mushroom Coyote says, super bright green tree, very excellent top content when it comes to truth seeking. Okay. No shame with living with parents. No, there ain't, because they brought you here. Especially these days. It's insanely expensive. See, that's the thing. But back then, they had all this stuff with, lower prices and the better, you could get a house. You could have a job waiting for you after college. Nowadays, it's just, they got, everything's rigged. The thing is, I think these people, these families or whatever that control the continents, I mean, I'm hearing all this, I hear this stuff and then I try to repeat it in my content in my own way. I'm not plagiarizing. Oh God, I'm certainly not going to try to remove myself from YouTube by not going against the guidelines. We don't want that. But yeah, it's just these families and everything that run the world. I mean, which it shouldn't be that way. They probably knew all this stuff from years ago that the world would end up being this way, guys. Because they knew that baby boomers and blah, Generation X. I'm Generation Y. I was in 82. I'll be 44 in January. I know I sound old, but I actually look pretty young and I actually feel pretty young. I don't, as young as you feel. I guess because I have a strong imagination that keeps my youthful appearance, and I believe in that crap. I've seen people that are 100 years old and they act like they're 30 or 20. It's just a number, just like money. It's all a number. It's an illusion. I believe that we exist beyond this world and we don't belong here. We're spiritual. We're strong. And, this world wants us to be dumb. So we won't realize this stuff. So we'll be good little slaves. And like I say, the families, they knew all this stuff from years ago. And they knew the world would end up like this. And now they're reaping. They're, the rich are richer, poor and poor. That's how the world always works. Let's have all the people spend all this money and do all this stuff with lower prices. Eventually it goes into this depth, which is all man-made illusion anyway. And fucking now this generation Z and beyond with Alpha, God, I feel sorry for them, and Beta, which is just starting up, they're going to have to suffer more than ever while the baby boomers die off and be all cynical. So why can't you get a job? Oh my God. So anyway, let me scroll back up and look at that comment you left, Mushroom Coyote. You said it was Flex G. All right, I'll look into that. I'll see if I can subscribe to Flex G. I just subscribed to somebody else. I'm always subscribing to these new channels that I'm finding out about. I can't remember the name of the other guy. There's one guy on there, Nolaski or whatever. I mean, I could get on here and scroll and see all those YouTubers right now, so I got the television on. I never really listened to those videos. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scroll here and name off some channels that I'm subscribed to. Big long list. Of course, the Ghost of T Sizzle, who used to be T Sizzle's channel. I still hope it gets back. I already mentioned Benedictine the Truth, B Stevie, Javala Doomer, Gen Z Against the World. I've been on her channel. I've never invited her to my channel. Maybe I will eventually. Prison Called Life, I already mentioned that. Coach SCG with his, he calls it the, no bullshit society or whatever. I mean, he's all right. I listen to him every day. Alter Ego Sean, he was live tonight. Deconstructing Narcissism. I thought it was Deconstructing Reality, but it's Deconstructing Narcissism. He's good. I Am Richard. Ransom 1690, he's pretty good. Born into Corrupt System, I can't believe I didn't mention him earlier. Reaper, he used to be he used to be Ignorance is Bliss, now he's Reaper. Animosity, he just did a video tonight. Realist Being, I'm sure you guys already know about all these guys, but I'm just naming them off in case you don't know about them. Life Outrage, Truth Tiger, Tragic Reality, Oh Yeah Smiles, Life was Already 96, I think about everybody knows about that guy. Red Pill Talk, Ascended 36, Thought Provoker, Finding Gnosis, I already mentioned them. Pointless Rat Race Reuploads, don't know what happened to the guy. Pointless Rat Race Reuploads. Trying to Cope with Reality, Meaningless Cycle, I already mentioned him. Tony the Tiger, I already mentioned him. Timothy Ward, Dr. Hard, he's an ASMR channel. Jaspro the Reaper, he has lives almost every day. Savvy Guy, Daniel Henchesol, he doesn't do anything on his channel anymore. Machine God Eats, Jack Genter, he does pretty good lives. And that's all the main ones that I listen to. So I'm sure you guys already know about all these guys, but I'm just naming them off in case you don't know. So I want those, get on my subscription. It shows that I subscribe to these guys. Go listen to those guys. They're awesome. They're the ones that I always listen to. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, let me look at the chat. Nobody's doing anything right now. We got 2 people watching, 4 likes, 27 minutes, 15 seconds in. I'll go live a little bit longer. Let's see what time it is. It is 12:45 Central where I am. Let's see, has anybody got anything on their minds? Because if they don't, I'll just keep on trying to yap for you guys. I don't really know what else to say at the moment, so I'm going to go back to what I was looking at before with my icon on the TV here. That way I don't have to be glancing at my phone all the time. Here it is, showing my live on the TV. This way I don't have to be looking at the phone. It's easier. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry that you guys were born in this fucking rabbit hole matrix. I'm sorry that everything's got to be so difficult. Life could be so much easier. I mean, all this crap was already here. All this food and stuff was already here. And all this, I mean, we got all these thorns and everything, if you believe all the Bible about how the world is cursed and everything. I mean, I still think that everything is just the world is what we make of it. We're making a pretty shitty ass world with all this fucking corruption. People are going to have to suffer. There's always going to be suffering in the world. People are going to suffer. So why make it harder than it has to be? Why have this money crap? Why can't we just help each other out? Not everybody wants to do this stuff. Not everybody wants to get up and go and do the same thing every day. Not everybody has an interest. Life is hard enough. And we're making it so much harder than it has to be. Let me read this chat here. Mushroom Crider says the Green Wizard is my favorite channel ever. Green Wizard? Oh, so that's another one. Oh, let's see. So you, Flex G and the Green Wizard. Oh, okay. Well, look into that. That was Flex. Let me scroll back up. You did say Flex G, right? Flex G and the Green Wizard. I'll see about looking at that. That reminds me. Anybody going to go see that second Wicked film? That's going to be coming out. I saw the first one. It was all right. Because he is my dear friend. Okay, well, let's see. One of my favorite channels ever. Yes, Flex G. Yeah, awesome. Flex G and the Green Wizard. Okay, there's 2 more channels that I have never heard of. Now maybe you guys can hear of them. Flex G and Green Wizard. I'll look into it. I bet I can get in there on the computer and subscribe to it right now as I'm doing this, but I'm going to wait. Oh, I bet I can even do it here on the TV stream, but that'd be too much trouble. Joshua's John, Mushroom Coyote, you got all these channels that I've never even heard of, man. You are just you got a whole list of people that I've never even heard of. You're awesome. So anyway, yeah, anybody who hadn't heard of Flex G, Green Wizard, and Joshua's John, go subscribe to him. I'm gonna go and do it as soon as I'm getting off of here. Yeah, I should anyway. I like to subscribe to as many people as I can, and if they got videos that I like, I keep listening to them. Anything that's popular with me or anybody. I mean, just don't listen to stuff. Just like with anything, don't force yourself to do stuff that you're not interested in. Do what you feel like doing. I mean, this world is constantly trying to make you do stuff that you don't want, and just fuck that and do what you want to do. And the world's going to be like, no, you need to make money. Well, yeah, you still got to do what you need to do to make that green paper, but try to do something that you want to do if you possibly can. I mean, it's just there's such a gamble bringing a child in this world. It's not it's not a sure thing that the child is going to have any interests or be able to get a hold of. Even if they do have an interest, they still may not be able to get a hold of their interests. So it's not worth the trouble. You're just yeah, worth it too, says Marshall Crowdy. My top channels I do really love and appreciate. Okay, awesome. But yeah, there's no guarantee that a child's gonna be happy in this world. Oh my god. I'm gonna see if I can hear myself. That'd be pretty cool if I hear myself as I'm doing the live. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's me. I'm on the internet. Yeah, I don't really listen to my own content that much. I'd rather just make videos for, I'm not the kind of person who likes to listen to his own content. I like to make it, and then then I listen to other people's stuff after I made it. Okay, what are we at? 31 minutes, 30 seconds. It's going to be a lot tougher in the future. I know it's always getting tougher. Why does it got to be tougher? Why can't it be easier? Why these people just love to profit off of misery, man. They want everybody to be miserable. They don't want anybody to thrive. They want everybody to be as miserable as they can possibly be and profit off of it. It's nightmare world. It's so sad. I keep thinking about all those people out there that are suffering when they don't have to. And it's all because two people had sex. And it's like, no, we took care of them. Of course you took care of them. You're the parent. You're supposed to take care of them. Don't ever think that your child owes you something. Your child doesn't owe you nothing for bringing them into a meat suit that's eventually going to perish and become the ground. All animals have to die. And your parents know that you're going to die. But it's like, it's just I wanted kids so they can experience life. And, oh my God. You know what, guys? I'm actually going to get in here on the computer and subscribe to this stuff right now as I'm doing the live. I'm sitting down at the computer now. I just want to get it done so I don't have to mess with it later. Because then it's me out of the chat. I don't know if you guys can hear that piano music playing. Hopefully it won't give me any copyright. It's just piano music, for goodness sake. Lighten up, YouTube. Let's see, you said Flex G. Okay. I'm going to try to subscribe these people right now and get it over with while I'm doing this. I'm not seeing it yet. There it is, Flex G. Subscribed. And you said Green Wizard. Yeah. No, not that. The Green Wizard has the little mummy thing. Subscribed. What was the other one? That can be helpful. Nice little piano music. Well, you're welcome, basically. I'm glad you can hear it, because I always got it playing in my little room here. I'm going to be listening to Christmas music pretty soon. Even though it's silly, I still like it. It's uplifting. You said, let's see, they are worth it. Joshua, okay, let me subscribe to this last one here, and then it'll be done with. JOSHUA, Joshua's John, and then I'll be all subscribed to Mushroom Coyote's YouTubers. I'm already subscribed to Joshua's John. Man, I already subscribed. I don't even remember subscribing to that guy. So yeah, that's all done. You guys remember this old video with the I'm sick of it. I don't want any copyright issues. I'm just going to leave it playing there, guys. I'm waking up every day to the same thing and pretending to be happy. That's a good video. I'm sick of that. Daniel Hinton, so he was on YouTube, but he stopped making videos last August. I don't know what happened to the guy. I'll probably get in trouble with YouTube just for doing that. It's like, oh no, you played somebody else's video. Yeah, well, fine. Go ahead and give me a strike. I don't give a... Screw YouTube. Okay. Oh, he gave me a little heart. Appreciate it. Yes. Hey, I'm subscribed to those guys. I'll check them out as soon as I'm done with the live. We are 35, almost 35 minutes into the live. Anybody else want to come on and say hi? We're 4 likes, 4 people watching. I've been ranting pretty good for the last 30 minutes. I don't know what the hell we're doing in this world other than just screwing with each other. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just the good, we got the, like I heard somebody say earlier, the job we're doing is like, okay, we got the politics, we got the homeless people, we got the people that going out on parties and stuff, having momentary pleasures, and we got the parents looking over their kids, watching the news, and then keeping on eating their dinner about all the crap that's going on. Oh, let's watch, game show or the reality shows about even more killing stuff. Not like we got killing in real life. No, we got to watch it on television. Oh my God. And if they're lucky, the kid will just go off and play the video games and they won't have to watch all that stuff. They're too young for that. Mommy and daddy are going to watch grown-up stuff. You go in there and play with, play with Barbie dolls or watch cartoons or something in your room or something. A lot of the kids do that until they reach a certain age. It's like, get out of the house, make a living. Yeah. If it was me, I'd just be, real parents supposed to take care of the kid forever, It's like there's this thing like, oh, when you're 18, you got to get out of the house or you're a loser. Or you contribute to society. I raised you to be a man or a woman. You go make me proud. And it's like, oh my God, what if the kid has no interest? What if the kid doesn't remember asking to be born and they're just here and they got all this stuff that they got to deal with? And it's like, you had a kid, now they got to deal with, they're stuck with all this stuff, man. And it's like, what do they owe you? What do they owe you? What do they owe you? I just got to wake up and do the same thing every day. That's hell. That's hell, guys. When you got to wake up and do the same thing that you don't like every day, that's hell. That is a living hell. You got to beg people for a chance. That's what's really stupid, is that you got to actually beg people for a chance to, suck their ass so they can give you scraps while all these other people get millions and they do nothing. Now, what is so good about that world? Why am I not getting any chat? I guess it's because nobody's done anything for a while. So anyway, I'll check those out. They got good videos. I'll listen to them. God, there's so many videos on here. I mean, it's hard to even catch up. I mean, sometimes I find myself being 2 days behind with all the stuff that's on here. All these guys making videos every day. And whatever, immediately jump into. That's the end of the video. I'm just straight stuff up in here in this little room I live in. Yeah, guys, it's just so sad that we got to get on here and make videos and stuff just to make ourselves feel better, to make other people feel better. There could be so much joy and love in the world. Mushroom Crider says, my mom is always listening to true crime stories, constantly showing how dangerous this place is. Since I was little, I got true crime stories. Well, it's just, even when you're a little kid, sometimes they do that. My mom adopted me, thankfully, but she did have her own child biologically. She did have own child biologically. So you got a sibling then. Is it you got a sister or a brother? Ethereal Moonlight says, hello, how you doing? Welcome to my 149th official live. Mushroom Crider says, adoption is a great choice. Yeah, get a dog or cat. Get a hamster on the wheel, like we don't have enough of those. Yeah, funny. No, not really. There's no excuse for anybody to be having to suffer. But yeah, just don't have kids. It's not a good idea. The best thing you can do is now, if you don't know any better and you already have a kid, then that's fine. I mean, you didn't know better and you know better now, or you wouldn't be listening to this stuff. A lot of people go their whole lives without ever realizing this stuff. But if you do know better and you're in a bad situation, you still have a kid, that's what's stupid, One child I meant biologically, 2, yeah. What I meant by, so you're the only, I thought you said you were adopted, so who's the biological child? Yeah, I'm a little confused, Mushroom Coyote. Ethereal Moonlight says, I'm good, just stop by. Well, appreciate it. Yeah. There's pros and cons on having kids. Well, yeah, you're right. But it's still better for them not to have to suffer unnecessarily. I mean, if we live in a world of wine and roses, everybody's looking at everything for rose tint glasses. Kids are a divine child, yeah. Well, yeah, kids are coming into this world all vibrant and everything. Babies cry when they're born. They have that thing, and maybe they have an intuition of what kind of reality they're in. But then it's like, they're just conditioned. They start out so open and all happy and delighted, and they just get dumbed down and made into a slave. It's ridiculous. It's hell. It's evil. I'm adopted. I meant she had one own child. One own child. Okay, so okay. I guess I understand what you're saying, man. I was thinking that you had a sibling or something. I guess I don't know. I'm not quite understanding what you're saying. I understand you say that you're adopted, but if she had her own child, I mean, that would mean that yeah, she has a child, but it's not a brother and sister. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man. I'm glad to talk about this. Yeah, awesome, Ethereal. Yeah, my channel is all about life in general. I mean, all these other guys, they're all talking about the same thing about life just being a pile of dog crap in some form. And other guys, all that's what we're all on here talking about. It's just that life is just doesn't gotta be this way. That's what it is, guys. We get on here and we vent, and which I'm thankful for. Yeah, cool, Mushroom. Yeah, Mushroom Coyote. I love the full moon. We had a full moon over the last couple of nights. It was really pretty. I like full moons. They look all, I mean, it was bigger than usual. I think it was closer to Earth. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we all get on here and we just talk. We rant about life. We talk about how crazy life is and how it shouldn't be this way. And it's only a matter of time before even the AI or whatever fixes it to where you can't even do this anymore. It's like you can't even get on YouTube and make videos and stuff about how, because no one must ever know what's really going on in this world. And they need to think that, oh, just watch a movie or something and get yourself perked up so you can go be a good little slave. Because once you see life for what it is, no, we can't have too many awake people. How they going to be slaves? Why would anybody want to come into a world like this? That's learn to accept. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have kids anyway. I mean, you do what you want, Earth, ethereal moonlight. But it's just, I just think it's not a good idea, especially with the way things are in the economy. Full beaver moon, yeah, that's what they call it, huh? I was born on a full moon. Awesome. That's probably why you call yourself ethereal moonlight. Yeah, you were born on a full moon. Awesome. I was born on Super Bowl Sunday. It was Super Bowl 16 back in 1982. That was pretty awesome. I mean, it's always nice, but my mother had to get ripped open because my head was too big. She lived, thankfully. She's been gone for 3 years, almost. I mean, next month, December 9th. That would have been a month before her birthday, which was January 9th. One thing's for sure, if my mother was still alive, I wouldn't be able to tramp around the house like this at night. She'd be in there. She used to stay up really late and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, me not living by myself, I wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, my mother would come in and see me doing, and I want to say thank you. Sorry about my, I appreciate that. But yeah, I've been living with my father for a while, and I need to get out of here if I can. It's just so hard. I mean, so many people haven't lived with their parents. You guys are young. Oh, you talking about me and Mushroom or something? I'm 44. I don't know how old Mushroom is. Or I will be 44. Right now I'm 43. I like to call myself 44. My father just turned 77, so I'd be like, double digits. I'm 44. He's 77. He's still 54, 64, 33 years older than me, and that's probably the age he was when he had me. I mean, he was like born in 48, 58, 68, 78. He was 34 when he had me, so that's kind of the same, the difference between our ages with how old he is when he fucking had me. I mean, whatever. It just makes you think. It's like I'm over half my father's age, but I haven't lived nearly as long. It's weird to think like that. I mean, everything is about a game of inches. In this life, you have one moment where you just going along and everything just seems to fall apart. The next moment, then you got to pick yourself back up. What does it say in that movie? Oh, why do we fall? Because we can pick ourselves back up. Oh yeah, well, why do we got to fall in the first place? When it says fall to earth, we got to pick ourselves back up to this heaven everybody talks about. I mean, some people even think that we move inward. But yeah, it's just, why is this life is hard enough? Why make it harder? I mean, you got to build character. All this crap is just making people even more upset than they normally would be if they were just living life the way it's already is hard. Mushroom Crowder is 36. Awesome. So you're 7.5, 4, 1, 2, 7 years younger than me. Oh, those already went off of there. I'm looking at the TV screen, but they already went off. Still young, nice age. Yeah, I missed my 20s already, but I'm so glad I'm not in any debt. You know, I'm like 20,000 in my student loans. I went to University of Oklahoma in Norman. I went into journalism. I should have just gone into fucking business or something. If I'm hell, I mean, just started out working in a warehouse if I'd known I was going to do all this crap. What's really sad is I did have that offering at News 9, but I turned it down. So Air Force, my dadgum. All I did was run their hotel. I didn't even do that good enough. I didn't pass their little voice test for the journalism crap. It's fucking bullshit. I mean, it's just, I didn't speak good enough for them. There's always some flaw, guys. People are so picky. I mean, you look on these applications, you got to have 5-10 years experience with something. And it's like, just give me something that I probably won't even like doing that almost anybody can do anyway. A lot of these jobs, a baby could do it. But, you got to be qualified. You got to have those experience. And even when you do have experience, they still, they got like 100 applicants. God, it's so fucking rigged, guys. Ugh. Once you see the world for what it is, it's hard to go back to be thinking like, life is going to be everything's going to be all right. And you know how it is. You've been there, guys, where you just think that life is just so beautiful and, everything's going to be all right. And, I'm in there. This is the thing, this way to be. Agnostic says hello. How you doing? It's just the way to be, man. This is the life that you need to be living. And then once you go through enough disappointments, because life is full of them unless you're lucky. I mean, if you even believe in luck, then it'll be like, this life is just a pain in the neck, and I'm not bringing kids in. It's not a very wise decision, but that's me. A lot of people, they just fall in love and they'll have a kid. They won't wear a condom and they won't have an abortion. They'll have a kid, and that's that. And then now the kid has to deal with all this. And sometimes the parents don't even want to raise them right, and they're in a bad situation. And hell, they even beat the kid, man. And it's like they get away with it because they're the parent. Because society always favors the parent, right? But it's like, the parent's still supposed to take care of the kid. Yeah, well, what if they don't? What if the parent's getting away with stuff all the time and the kid is either just too scared to even try to say anything about it, or they're just locked away and I don't want locked house doors in the house and that kind of thing. The parent just dominating the house. This is my house, and what I say goes. I will not have the Lord's name in vain, and all that kind of thing. Which I can understand it, but some parents just go too far, and they just they get mad at their kids for the dumbest things, and they have all these stupid arguments. Just why you brought them here? Who brought them here? Let's see, Mushroom Powder says apparently you need a bachelor's degree for whatever reason to even work at a phone company store. I like the Sprint or whatever I was applied to. Yeah, you can have a master's or associate degree and all kinds of crap, and they still won't hire you, man. It's just, you got to go through all these agencies. You got to sit there. I've been to those agencies where you sit in a whole room full of people. There's like 30 people there, and you got to fill out all that crap, and then they might not even call you back. And then they give you this fucking dumbass shift where it's way over somewhere. You got to go through the little tour. And then I've had them do just like, okay, we're not going to take you. We already got what we need and that kind of thing. And they got only like they got like 30 people coming in. And they only end up actually taking 5 of them. And, just stupid. It's just way across town. It's just, I've had those jobs where you're in the fucking freezer or something and you just got to wear all this stuff. And it's just, just standing there, not hardly doing anything. You're just, picking something off of a conveyor all day. And it's just, God, how do you stand this? But these NPCs and whatever they meant, and you go to these hotels and they like the front desk the agent only makes like, $12 an hour. That's not enough. The McDonald's people, they only make like $10 an hour, maybe even less than that. What is minimum wage? $7.25. Buddy, you can't live in this world the way it is with $7.25 an hour. Oh my God. Some of these jobs I look on here, it's like $13. I'm not even applying for this. I can't live on this. It has to be at least 15 an hour or more, because even with me, I just want to live by myself. I don't want no kids or nothing. I asked for so little. I asked for a little bit of a responsible drink with beer and wine, maybe occasional volley of whiskey for $10, which I did have over the, Halloween and everything. And God, man, it's just holidays coming up. I'm gonna have to have some drinks. I gotta wait a couple more days before my father goes and gets me some more at the store. I don't want to ask him for anything. He doesn't like that. But it's just I already have to ask for gas, and I'm still waiting for the stupid registration crap to come in the mail. And hopefully, it's just fucking these people act like they're gonna call you and they never do, and it's just stupid. And you go out for walks in the park, and I listen to videos, and I just come get some exercise, get out in the sun or whatever. I'm just coping, guys. I'm just, doing whatever I can to cope. Sit on my butt, fucking walk down the street, listen to YouTube videos, drink coffee, get outside. Just, you get something that you like, or you don't. I mean, you get a job. I mean, it's like you may not like it, but you're probably going to end up having to do something that you don't want to do. And I keep trying to run away. It's always going to work out. Everything's going to work out. You get something that you like, and it's hard to keep a hold of, or they make it hard to where it's, particularly Amazon. They like to do that. They like to make things really difficult. They work people to death around there. Me and Tony the Tiger know about that. We both worked at Amazon. I think he's doing UPS now. I hope he's still doing it. I hope it's working out for him. But Steve Brown was doing that Domino's thing. He had I don't think he was doing that construction thing. I don't think he's doing it now. He might even be live right now for all I know. I mean, I could check on the thing, my TV, see if anybody else besides me is live. Probably not. But we'll see. Agnostic says exactly, why make life tougher and harder than it already is? Shouldn't we strive to make life as nice and easy and enjoyable as possible instead? Of course we should, but we're not doing it. Oh my God. Let's see. Yeah, that's all the comments. Let me see. I'm going to look here at something. I'm going to see if anybody else is live besides me, guys. I'm going to be a little sneaky. Give me a minute. Just guys, have you ever had so much stress built up inside of you? I'm looking at this Flex G channel right now on the TV. Green Wizard, it says Life of Derek or whatever. I hope I got the right Flex or the Green Wizard channel here. I don't see anybody else live besides me at the moment, guys. So yeah, might as well. Nobody else. I haven't caught up on my videos. I'm in the mood. Nobody else is live. Yeah, go live. What's on anybody's mind? Anybody else? I'm just scrolling through to see if anybody else has made any videos on my subscriptions. I don't see anybody else. As soon as I get off of here, I'll probably listen to Steve Brown again, one of his lives. The whole thing, he did a 4-hour live last night. I woke up in the middle of it. Of course, he has another one the night before that I hadn't heard any of it. Let me see here. Let me check. I have the television to turn off at 1:20. I need to move that forward a little bit. I'm going to set it so it goes off at about 3:11. Let me check it here, guys. I'll be right with you. Set at 3:11. Currently... There we go. Happy 1111 from California. Yeah, you're 2 time zones behind. Yeah, you're in the Western time, or the Pacific time. Yeah, California. You close to Hollywood by any chance? You in the upper part or the lower part? I've never been anywhere but Hollywood. When I was a little kid, I used to go around all over the place, but I don't really go ever since my father took his paper route. I mean, he's had it since the early 90s. He cleaned a childhood place. He worked 3 wholesale places. Retired about 15 or so years ago. I don't know. It might have been more like 10 years ago. I don't know. Live about 1 hour from Los Angeles. Awesome. That's where they got the Olympics coming up in 3 years, or less than 3 years. I mean, they got all that crap, all those fires. How in the hell... I mean, are they even starting to rebuild all that Los Angeles crap with all those fires that burned? I mean, that was horrible. Olympics are coming up in about 2028, and we got Winter Olympics coming up here in 2026, and Mauritania, Italy, Mariana Cortina, whatever the heck. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. I don't see any. Anyway, guys, yeah, the Olympics. Yeah, I don't know if I can afford it. I'll try to go there in person. That'd be pretty nice. Union Pacific. I've been wondering that myself about how those burned down neighborhoods are doing. Yeah, that's crazy over there. All those houses that were burning. All this crap that's happening this year, guys. We got had the stuff with the burning and fire. We had I mean, I don't remember all that crap. There was a lot of crap that happened in January, but it kind of just, who cares anymore? Because here we are in November. This year has gone by so fast. And so much crap has happened this year. It's like it all runs together. So who gives a fuck what happened in January when the whole year has been fucking BS? But yeah, it's just, you think that things are going to change. You keep thinking that maybe there's this little slither in your head. Maybe things will change. And no. And then the bigger voice comes like, no, it's not going to change. Why would it change? All this stuff that you know about how the world is, and we got the robots and everything coming up, and just prices going up. It's like, oh, they're not going to go down. They're not going to go down. Well, then what are we doing here? I mean, people are going to go. People are going to stand for this. People are going to allow all this. Nothing's going to be done to fix all this. I don't know what the hell to tell you guys. I just wish that life didn't have to be this way. I wish that people would stop. We got 8 billion people. It used to be 7 billion. Now it's 8 billion. I don't know why in the hell you keep bringing kids into this world if they're just gonna be just barely getting by. At this, I mean, these parents are, oh, I'll take care of them. Yeah, because your generation was different than this one. You don't realize what people are really going through. These parents, they think they know how to help the kid, and the kid is just gonna struggle. You have kids, and it's like you think that it's like the same world that you grew up in. It's like, or you see what's going on, but it's like, oh, I'll handle it. I'll raise them well. Yeah, famous last words. All parents think that, oh, I love my child so much that's gonna beat the forces of the world, the evil world that they're gonna have, that's all around them. They're gonna have to survive it because I chose to bring them here, because I made love with somebody. We want a family. We want to play house. And it's like, what happens when the child has to go out into the world that they don't remember asking to be in? They got to be slaves to a system that doesn't give a hoot about them and just wants to profit off the misery. You call that love? I call that ignorance. I call that selfishness. I call people not really realizing that what is actually going on in the world, and what I don't care what the heck they went through in their life. If they had a bad parents, or if they had a really good experience, kid is not the parent. Parent's not the kid. What's going on here, Shaz Shank Colin? What's going on here? It's my live. You like it? Come on in. It's my 109th live. You ever seen my channel before? My channel is all about life in general. Come right in. Don't want any haters. Always be nice, or I'm going to block you. But I think you're nice. I'm getting good vibes from you. Anybody else want to come on? This live is already about an hour. I've got 5 people watching, 5 likes. Sure do appreciate it. What's going on here? We're talking about life. I'm talking about life, and I'm reading chat. Most of the chat's coming from Mushroom Coyote. I mean, he's the only one that seems to be here, or at least the guy that I really listen to. He's the only. I mean, he recommended 3 channels to me, and one of them I was already subscribed to. Interesting. Oh, okay. You think my channel's interesting? Cool. Feel free to subscribe. The best way to get new subscribers or lose them is to go live, from what I've seen. I mean, I usually get at least 1 subscriber every time I go live, but not always. Sometimes I lose them. This guy's weird. I'm going to unsubscribe. Fine, it's your business. I mean, I see some people that got channels on here, they got no content, and they still got a channel, and they're just there. They don't do anything on it. And other people that got, they got videos and they got hardly any subscribers, but they still keep on going. I mean, it's just, this YouTube, you shouldn't take YouTube too seriously, but they're getting it, they're bearing down to where you can't really have free speech anymore. And it's like, why do we even have all this Bill of Rights and everything? What is it, the 11th Amendment? What is free speech? 10th, 11th, First Amendment, Second Amendment, I don't know, Third Amendment, I don't know. Why do we even have this crap if we're not going to? But, America is going down the drain. Land is free. It's so free, quote unquote free, that you can't even be yourself anymore. It's pathetic. Agnostic says, I'm trying to create a worldwide revolution. Good for you. And we will have gigantual chances to succeed. 70% hated their wage slavery when asked in an opinion test. Awesome. I don't blame them. But I think it's even more close to 100%. Well, it ought to be. Nobody should be wanting to work for scraps. Nobody should be having to live in a cage and trying to polish up the cage because that's what they want. They want. They don't even want you to know that you're in a zoo. They don't even want you to know that you're in a matrix full of agents waiting to blow your rabbit head off. Because that's what is it? Animals eat rabbits. All the rabbits. I mean, the rabbits can be eaten by all animals. That's what I'm trying to say. And they don't want you to know that you're suffering. They don't want you. I mean, it's like that. Subconsciously. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about before they started thinking like this. If they hadn't always, they know that they're suffering, but they don't want to admit that they're suffering. It's like, okay, well, it's just, I get through the day, I can get through my work day, and I go home, and that's it. And I've done anybody hurt. Okay, I get up, have some rest, watch a movie, eat something good. I got all this money, so I can actually provide for myself. I mean, those are the old days. Now it's hard to even live on your own, but I'm just saying, it's like subconsciously, you know that something's off. But, God, we're already over an hour in the live now. Awesome. But yeah, it's just, they know that they're suffering. They know that it's kind of hard, and they just, but that's life. I get up and get in the car. You start it up. God, my car door actually needs to get fixed, guys. It's all hinged. I've had that car for a long time. It's almost a 16-year-old car. Jesus. I got it in 12 years ago. So I got a little cube thing. I mean, it's not a regular car. It's easy to steer. It's what I'm used to. But yeah, you get in the car and you heat it up. You keep on the antifreeze. I might have to put some in my car. Don't have any water from the windshield. I just wipe it off with a rag if I need to. You go to work and you do the traffic. Go through the red lights. Try not to run anything. Be on time. Always make sure you're there at a certain time. You go through the day. You will go home and you do it again. You go with family. How a regular guy wakes up and goes to work, come home, and eat dinner, and then they get up and do it again. They read the paper, there's that, American dream. But it's just kind of down the drain now. But it's like, why are we doing this? Eventually there comes a point where it's like, why are we really doing this? If you do that long enough, it's repetitive. You go through the same thing over and over again. Eventually there comes a time. Because, there are, some people do go through the whole lives and never realize, what are we doing? Why is life like this? They never get all stressed out. They never get laid off. They manage to retire. I mean, I don't even know if we can retire anymore in this market. And they will never question anything. And it's just, I kind of envy those people because I'm not jealous of them. I mean, envy is when you kind of want their downfall. You don't want that because that makes you a bad person. Jealous is when you kind of just want what they want. Envy is when you just want their downfall together. That's the difference between jealous and envy. But I kind of jealous. I mean, I can't really say I'm jealous. It kind of be nice to go through life and never realize just how screwed up everything really is. That would be nice. But it's just so many things in this world that's going to trigger your subconscious and be like, okay, why is life like this? Why am I living like this? What is the point of just doing the same thing every day? And then it's like, you used to wake up. Shoshan. Let me see if I'm pronouncing this right. Shauhan. I think I'm saying that right. You really want to try SMT new in life. SMT new in life. What do you mean by that? Smart new in life. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Agnosta says, we have to keep up momentum and keep telling the truth about this life and society. Yes, we do. We have to wake up the Delta NPC people to be truthful. The Delta NPC people to be truthful to their inner will. That they would rather be free than slaves. We need to do that. Something new. I need to try something new in life. Something new in life. What do you mean? I need to try something new than my channel or something? I mean, it's not like I'm not just. I mean, I do other things. I mean, I'm doing stuff in life. I take each day by day. I mean, I don't, something new. I mean, there's always competition. I could always try to be a comedian or, author or something. But it's just number one is competition. Number two, I don't really have an interest in that. I don't know if that's what you mean by that. Anyway, guys, I've been on for over an hour now. It's getting late. I'll try to be on a little bit longer. It is 1:23 Central Time where I am. We got 3 people watching, 5 likes. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If you can share it if you like, subscribe. That always helps me look better on YouTube. You got to have like 1,000 subscribers before you go monetized. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that anyway, but before you have the option of going monetized. And even then, you probably won't make that much. Like, I don't know, I've heard people make $20, just for going live for or making a video, or I don't know how that crap works. Almost every kind of real money that you should be able to make should come from some employer, but everything is just so fucking rigged and scammed and low key in today's market that people are just trying to, self-employ, or people are leaving the country because they just don't know what else to do. It's just people are just getting to that point where it's like, what do we do? I mean, how do we escape this madness? How do we give ourselves some comfort? Look at what's happening. Look at the news. Every day something new happens. Everything gets more and more expensive every day. What are we going to do? How are we going to escape this? And they're just leaving the country. It's like, oh, but that's disloyal. Well, I mean, we got to survive somehow. Everything's too expensive. People can't, the U.S. dollar is more, worth more in other places, I've heard. So maybe we can find something elsewhere and be able to spend more easily and live by ourselves more easily. I don't know. It's just so absurd that the world has to be built off this concept that you got to have numbers govern your life. And, this part of the world is more free than this part of the world. And you're inferior if your skin is black and all this crap. That's just bullshit. Shashank Kalhan says, I'm sorry for being annoying, but I meant we really need to try something new. We all really need to try. Well, we need to try to get out there and voice our opinions more. I mean, it's not enough just sitting on YouTube and making videos. I mean, that's a good way to vent yourself, but how many people are really going to, get on YouTube and stuff and just be like, oh, wow, this stuff means something. Let's change. It doesn't work like that. We got to actually revolt against the system. I think that's what you're getting at, right? I mean, we can talk about all we want, but I mean, we got to have millions and millions of people. I would even say billions of people have to come together and say, look, we're not going to do this anymore. We're dropping it and we're going to revolt against the system. And it's just, what are the chances of that happening with all this stuff that they got in place to keep these so-called authorities, which they really aren't authorities, they're swindlers. They got it set up. They know what they're doing. They're going to fix it to where we can't have all these people going against us. And they got all this crap in place. Who knows what it could be? I mean, I wish I knew what it is. I don't, you never see these people. They're behind the scenes. You never see them. And, they got all these politicians there. It's like, okay, this is the way it is, when it's really, they're just saying what these so-called elites, which they are not elites, they are swindlers, like I say. They're elites of evil, just like the dark side in, Star Wars or whatever. All these bad guys, they're the elites of evil. And they need to be overcome, because it's not, it's not right. But, they got all these people, politicians, everything, and it's just, this is the way it is, and that's what they want everybody to think, and they control what everybody sees and hears, all the music, all the movies and everything, and, it's just, they got everybody under their skin, under their finger, in the palm of their hand, and they're just waiting to crush for the right time to crush them. It's like, okay, you're laid off, you can't work here anymore, we got all this stuff. They make people think that their lives are in order. They just and then they screw them over. It's just any kind of crap you can imagine happens. They got it set up that way on purpose. They don't care about any of us. They profit off of misery. They want everybody to. They give everybody just enough to where they think that everything's going to work out, and then right at the moment, you're done. You're laid off. You're fired because you didn't. We just don't anymore. We're cutting back. You're not fired. You just laid off. But laid off is just another way of saying that you're fired without actual cause on the actual worker. It's like the company is like, oh, we just don't need you. And they were probably planning this from the beginning. And it's just, God, it's so evil. What does this say? Agnostic says, he is very good. We shall keep on complaining and telling the truth about society. He is very, who's he? I come with solutions to create a more joyful society called Freedom Society. Oh, this society is an illusion. Society is just like anything else. Money is an illusion. These numbers that go up and down, it's an illusion. Everything that's limiting us in our lives is made up. They have made it that way on purpose so that people will never be able to realize how powerful they are as just, as humans, if you even believe in spiritual stuff. But it's just, we're so much powerful, and just, they don't want us to realize that we're powerful. They want us to think that, oh my God, we got to make money. We got to do all this stuff to get all this stuff to survive with. We're going to die anyway. Why not just live in the moment? But, it's like you got to work all these hours. You got to go to work every 5, 6, 7 days a week. God, it's ridiculous. You don't never get any time off at all. These doctors, they're making people work like doctors and whatever. The doctors usually have to work that much. Even they probably have days off, or they should anyway. And it's like, you got all this crap here. It's like, okay, you gotta make money. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Blah blah blah. People profit when other people are miserable. People profit, these other people, these so-called higher powers, when they're actually the lower powers, because they're swindlers. They profit all the misery. It's evil system, evil world that we live in. Guys, I've been on for well over an hour, guys. If anybody else wants to come on and talk about anything, I'm going to try to stay on a little bit longer. It's getting late. My God. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I wish I could just wake up one day and everything just go away. Don't you just wish they would just disappear and just, let's just live now. We're done. We're tired of all the BS. Time to live, Wouldn't that be nice? But no, that's never going to happen. People don't want it to be that way. Agnosis says, you are very good. Well, I appreciate that. And money is just an human invention, but the Delta NBC people act as if money is some kind of natural law. Laws are an illusion too, man. I'm telling you, everything, all this law crap and everything is an illusion. The only reason they have that is because they know that these people are going to just do whatever they want if they're not there. If people are truly free, they're going to go out and gut each other. That's just human nature. It's like, I want to see what color if this guy's blood is redder than mine. That's what people do, guys. I'm telling you, these people are just fixing it to where people can never achieve their true potential. And the sad fact is that humans, they usually want to they usually enjoy chaos. They don't want to live in harmony. They want to be in competition. It's just human nature. Those of us that think like us, that don't want to have anything to do with it, we're the ones that are caught in the middle of it. And we got to deal with it. And it's so fucking evil and unfair. But I appreciate you saying that I'm very good and everything. But just imagine if everybody thought like this. The world would change. But there's no change in a system that is built off of corruption and just people just going along with it. It's like that's normal, everybody just accepts it. They're too afraid. It's a fear-based society, and they're too afraid of trying to, they're afraid of trying to unplug from the system, like in the Matrix, right? They don't want to let go of, just, oh my God, maybe everything that I've learned my whole life was just an illusion. Ember Kit says hello, welcome. I've been live for well over an hour. I don't know how much longer it's going to be. Got 6 likes. Appreciate it. Did you give me that? I think you did. Thank you. If you didn't, then whoever gave it to me. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, it's just most people are going to just go with the system. And they're afraid to leave the system. They're afraid to question the system. They're afraid that they're going to be even more miserable than they already are. And the truth is, they are going to be. If you do go against the system, you are going to be more miserable. You're going to be homeless. You're going to be starving to death. You might even lose your health, all because you had to stand up for yourself. That's the world we live in, guys. It's really sad that it's going to be like that. It's really sad that people can't just help each other and get along. And until there's a big, massive revolt of billions, it is going to take billions. There's 8 billion people in the world, guys. Do you really think that a few million is going to? No, it has to be billions. It has to be over half the world population before anything changes. I mean, it's almost the entire population is basically going to have to say, look, we're not doing this anymore, and just drop it. And we're not going to go to work anymore. We're going on strike. That's what it's going to take. And people are living in fear, and they gotta feed themselves, and they gotta feed the families. These children they chose to bring in the world. That's why you shouldn't have kids, because if everybody stopped having kids and break the cycle, then there wouldn't be a need for these people. Yeah. There wouldn't be anybody to swindle anymore, because everybody would be wised up and say, look, this is wrong, and we're not going to live like this anymore. And yeah, that would be nice. Agnostic says, keep on what you are doing. It feels like we are winning momentum for every day. Remember, more than 70% hate their wage slavery, so we have potentially a very big potentiality to change the whole world. Well, yeah. It'd be nice to think that we could change it just for making this content on here. I don't use Rumble or Instagram or any of that other stuff. I mean, I think the most meaningful stuff is here on YouTube. I mean, that's just me. Javal the Doomer's gone on Rumble a lot with his content because he doesn't want to have any more strikes. I mean, you get 3 strikes, you're out. You can't have your channel anymore. I don't think they'll let you even have I don't know if they'll let you have another channel. I don't know how that works. Just don't lose a channel in the first place. You won't have to find out. But yeah, everything is definitely limited in this world, and everything, it's just people, afraid to be who they really are because they're afraid of what's gonna happen to them. Oh my God. So anyway, I've been live for quite a while, guys. I got 7 likes. Appreciate it. Ember Kid says hi. I think I already read that. I'll leave it going a little bit longer, guys. Let's see. It's getting late. Anybody else have anything on their minds? I've been yapping for most of it. General discussion, that's what this live is. Just me being live. I'm caught up on my videos on content. It's yeah, nobody else is live, so yeah. What the heck? I haven't been live in a while, so why not? It's on everybody's mind. I don't feel like ending it just yet. Anybody else want to talk about anything? Maybe I can offer advice or whatever. No, it's rough. I wish it didn't have to be this hard. This is, it seems like everything is just disappointment. Everything is just downhill. Everything is just, nothing's getting any better. It's hard to even get on here and do stuff. It's hard to even be depressed. It's actually hard to be depressed at this day and age. Oh my God, if nobody else really says anything, I'm going to end. I don't really know what else to say. I'll keep going a little bit longer, at least another 5 minutes. I'd say here. I'm sipping this coffee here. It's bad, and it's I got 3 spoonfuls of it, and I'm sipping it. It's cold. I mean, I'm still sipping it. What we're gonna do, guys? What in the hell are we gonna do? Is this all life is ever gonna be? Why in the hell would you want to bring a child if it's just gonna be suffering? It doesn't make sense. You're just gonna suffer. Don't do it. You have the urge to do it. Do it. I'm trying to be nice. I could get ugly about it, but I ain't going to. I'm not seeing anything in the chat, guys, so let me keep it going just a little bit more, see if anybody else shows up. We've had a pretty good live, don't you think? I think it's been pretty good. I'm not in it yet. Yeah, I hate my parents. Yeah, so I think, well, yeah, because you can feel how you want to feel about them, but it's like, I can understand why people would hate the parents, because it just, you brought them here, and you got to take care of you. If they want something, if they need something, you help them. I mean, it's best to not procreate at all, and just because you're a slave. It's slavery. It'd be nice if you didn't wake up to the fact that it's slavery, but those of us on here, if you're watching this, you probably understand that it is indeed slavery, and that's why you shouldn't have any kids. But if you're going to have kids, then I can't stop you. Who am I to stop you? I mean, I can tell you don't do it all I want, but people are going to do what they want to do. And it's just sad that the child is going to have to go through all that just because somebody wanted to play house or whatever. I mean, that may not always be the reason. There's a number of reasons why somebody might have a kid, but most of the time it's just because they want to bring their life meaning and they just want to play house and they just, I love them to death. And yeah, but what about what the kid's going to have to go through? People just, it's always about the parent, so it's always about how the parent feels about the kid. And whether the kid might turn out to resent the parents because now they got to deal with all this stuff that they don't remember asking for. And it's like, what are we going to, that's love. That's not love. That's selfishness. Oh my God. What is the limit for a live? I think the limit for a live is like 10 hours. I'm not going to be on that long. I've seen guys on here that have 10-hour lives, and I have had those lives where I just leave it running all night and just let people leave comments. I don't do those anymore. It's kind of silly. It's like, yeah, I think you can be live for like 10 hours. I'm not going to do that though. That would mean that I'd be live all the way until like 10 or 11 in the morning. I'm not going to do that. No, actually, I went live past midnight, so it'd be past noon. It'd be about 10:30 in the morning from where I am if I was to do that. I'm not doing that. Oh my God, what are we doing here, guys? We're living. We're surviving, but we're not living. We're surviving, but we're not living. We're just surviving. We're just making it through another day. I'm sorry, sometimes I can't pronounce these names. Shashank Howhan, am I saying that right? They want many things in return for just provide roof and food. Exactly, a lot of parents are like that. Agnosis says, when we was young, yeah, we didn't know any better. We had all these good, vibrant feelings. Holidays come, we'd be so excited. If you even got what you wanted, to believe in Santa Claus or whatever, Easter Bunny. Even going to the dentist was kind of fun. Nowadays, it's like, oh my God, I gotta be at work. I don't want to wake up. Dude, fuck this. Ooh. What is this? Fuck this kid. I got some newspapers here. I want to give a sound effect. I think it's kind of funny. Anyway. Yeah, that's what my father's doing. He's doing his paper route right now. He's got paper sitting here. Well, we got to wake up and go through this again. And now I'm just so depressed getting in the car, and hopefully you don't have to commute to something that's more than 20 miles. God, I hate that. I mean, if I was ever at a job where I'd have to commute like that far, or further, I'd be like, get me something else as soon as possible. And I would never settle for that. I want a job where it's just close, good hours. I don't want to work at night. I want day shift. I want at least 15 or more an hour. I'm worth at least that. And I want to have no more than 5 days a week with benefits. Is that so much to ask? Apparently so, because I see all this stuff where you got to have all this experience and everything. It's stupid that you got to go through so much hell just to be able to provide yourself the basic needs when we're going to die anyway. It's stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Well, that's stupid. You can't tell me that it's stupid, that it's not stupid, to not even be able to have your basic needs without having to be a slave. That doesn't make sense. Or it does make sense, but not the kind of sense, the mental sense. It makes a stupid financial sense, yeah, but it doesn't make actual, there's two kinds of sense. And it doesn't make sense to just focus on sense, but it does make sense to make nonsense. So it's just, where's the sense in that? What was that old video when my channel was first starting up? Yeah, I had that little tune on there. That was funny. That was way back when I was still doing shorts and my channel was just first starting up. I've been around. I got over 200 subscribers now. I got to be a bit more mature and humane about my content now. When I'm only just first starting with like 20, 30 subscribers, I can pretty much do whatever I want. But when I've been around a while and I got like 230 some subscribers, okay, we need to kind of be more mature now. If you guys want to listen to some of my old stuff, some of it really is pretty dumb and silly. I mean, but that's I was just first starting. Okay, I've been live for almost an hour and a half, guys. So let's see. if anybody else shows up. I think we've had a pretty good live here. I don't know when I'm going to do my next one. I don't know when I'm going to have a guest again, if ever, but I probably will sooner or later. My channel is all about life in general, trying to survive the rabbit hole matrix, trying to dodge the hunters, blah, blah, blah. Trying to find a, back to Wonderland. I don't know. My channel has multiple meanings. Life in general. We all talk about the same thing, guys. We all talk about how sucky everything is and how unlikely it is going to change and how we're just supposed to try to make ourselves feel better any way we can. Xiaohan says, I remember how I used to think of different ways I can be immortal. If we're going to die, then when I was a kid. That's another thing. When you're a kid, sometimes you're like all in fear. It's like, oh, I'll die one day, what's going to happen? But then you go through all this stuff and it's like, wait a minute, I don't really care anymore. I just want to be free of the pain and the torture and the misery. And it's just so sad that we got to think about something like death or non-existence to give ourselves any comfort. Now, why? It's just, it's so obvious that it's suffering everywhere, guys. There's just so much suffering. There's no need for all this suffering. It's just the world doesn't got to be this way. I mean, there could be, if we got to work, fine, but why can't it be like, one guy coming one day and another guy coming another day and another guy coming another day? Why does there got to be one person working 5 days a week? Oh, because it builds character and stamina. Fuck that. I want to live my life. We could easily, all this work placement crap. The reason why you don't have enough jobs is because you have one person doing the work of 20 people. One person come in on Monday, another person coming on Tuesday. Just devote 1 day of the week. Devote 1 day of the week to a job, and then have all the rest of the week to yourself. And then pay them like $100 or more an hour. And instead of this stupid trash, the prices and everything, fucking barely making enough money. I mean, why can't we have a system like that? Why do we gotta have a system where we're just throwing scraps and work our asses off while all these millionaires and billionaires reap all the benefits and laugh their asses off at us behind closed doors? And most people will go their whole life and not even realize what's really going on. If that's not what's going on, then what is going on? You tell me that one man is in charge of a country and all, that's an illusion created by these elites. They got it set up that way. And they're scammers, swindlers. They got it set up that way so that you'll never realize what's really going on. They don't want anybody to realize that this world is basically just a trap to keep people procreating. They stimulate people and then they procreate and they make more slaves. That's what it is, guys. And if that's not it, then what else could it be? Are you really going to tell me that people are here just to be, to be happy when they can they probably don't even have enough vacation money to go on vacation, if they can even get vacation time. And even some of these hotels got their policy so bad. I mean, I had a hotel get on to me because I wouldn't sit in their little pool area ride or something. I fell asleep in their chair. They got on to me it's just even, everything. It seems like everything is just a trap, guys. You go to the store, you pay all this money. Sometime I went in a store once and I pay $110 for just the basic needs. If I was to go into a store now, I'd probably be like $140 or $50 now. And I don't even have a grocery list. I just go in and grab what I need. Gas prices, they were up at like $4 or $5 about a couple years, 10 years ago, but probably gonna get bad again pretty soon. And yeah. Agnostic says, okay, I got a little stressed when you said that the live stream should end. Oh, and then it is easy that the messages don't get 100%. Easy that some grammatical or spelling mistake happens. And it's easy that the messages don't get 100%. I'm not ending it yet, man. I mean, it's just don't be afraid. I mean, I'll end it when it's, not too long. I mean, there's still people showing up. I mean, it depends. I mean, what else is on everybody's minds, guy? I mean, I'm not going to just keep streaming if I don't have anything to say or if anybody else doesn't have anything to say. I'll keep it going a little bit longer. I mean, depends on how good the discussion is. And I think the discussion is going pretty well, so we'll see. I don't see live, but it's already an hour and a half, so I don't see how it'd be any longer than 2 hours at the very most. I don't see how the live will possibly. It'll probably end before then, but I don't see it going over 2 hours. That's I'm getting tired, guys. I'm just being honest. But I do know that it's rough out there. I do know everybody's doing the best they can to survive. I seem to be doing a lot better here instead of being out in the garage like I usually am in here in the living room. I haven't sat down the whole time. I'm pacing the floor, so it helps me think better and comes out better. But there's a lot of people that are suffering unnecessarily. There's a lot of people that are having to go through stuff that they shouldn't be having to go through. And even when you're qualified, it's hard to get something and really settle down with something reasonable without a terrible, miserable shift and having to do something you don't want to do every day. So it's hard to be happy in this life. There's so many things to keep you from being happy, whether it be prices or work shifts or family members or bodily, physical issues, or just this life is basically hell. And if you ever have a way of being happy, then just grab it as hard as you can and just not, like it says in that song, hold on tightly, don't let go. But, but if you hang on too tight, you're going to lose control. Grab it, but don't grab it too tight. Because that's kind of what happened to me. I got too serious at my work and I got too stressed, and then I ended up getting fired over it. So, if you have something that actually makes you happy in some way, because there's never really any real true happiness in this life, grab it, but don't grab it too tight. Try to be a little loose with it, because you're going to have your bad days and you're going to be in different moods. I overslept a little bit, for one thing. All kinds of things. I had too much coffee. I had something in the car before I walked in the building, and I just, it didn't work out. It was Saturday morning. I just said, "Oh, please, I'm sorry," and then fucking fired. Fuck them. Damn, I'm talking about Amazon. And I worked in a freezer for 4 years before the pandemic hit. They had all that fucking overtime. I'd still be doing it. And people, they want to see how everybody reacts. They're probably going to do it again. There's probably going to be another plan scamming them pretty soon. Got to get the toilet paper. Every time I went to the store, the toilet paper's missing. And it was just, the price, it's just, who knows, all this, there probably won't even be items that you really need in the stores anymore. I bet they'll start taking items away. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the world over the next few years. Look at what's all that's already happened. And that's just this decade. It's just a disaster decade. It's already 2025, and the first 5 years, look at all the crap that's happened. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 5 years? Agnostic says, "I am not the fastest writer, but I do as good as I can. I try to write heavy messages for humanity to reflect over." Oh, Agnostic, oh, cool. I don't know. I think you have a channel. I don't know if I've listened to any of your videos or not. You write whatever you want. Just don't be a hater. I mean, I don't seem to ever really have any haters on my channel. Everybody's usually pretty humane. Haters are the ones that write crappy content. I got some moderators. I think... You seem pretty nice to me, Agnostic. I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator. Give me a minute. As a moderator. You are now a moderator, Agnostic, because I just like you, and I'm going to make you a moderator. So congratulations. I don't know. I think I have about 5 or 6 moderators now. Let me see. Let me click on here. You got all this stuff that you can do. I could even put you in timeout if I wanted. I've done that before. Been funny with people. No big deal. Well, I hope you like being a moderator. I decided to go ahead and make you one. What the heck? I've been live for a long time, and you've been around. I don't know if Mushroom Coyote is still there. Is he a moderator? I think I already made him a moderator. Yeah, he's already I already made him a moderator. Yeah, good job. Shawshank, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah. What the heck? I'm going to make you a moderator, too. What the heck? How many moderators do I got now? I got a lot. Yeah, you're still here. You get to be... Well, I'm trying to make... this thing ain't working. I keep clicking on hitting this wrong. That is moderator. Standard. I don't have a managing moderator, though. Standard moderator. Okay, I don't have no managing moderator. I probably never will have a man. I don't know how the real difference between that. I think it's somebody that actually manages the moderators. I don't know if I'm ever actually going to do that, though. But I got like 5 or 6 moderators now. I probably won't do any more moderators for a while because I got so many of them already. And your job is to look for hater comments and to just get them off my channel. Or at least put them in timeout or whatever. Anyway, guys, we're now at 131, 100, 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 21 seconds into the live. We got 7 likes, 5 people watching. It's almost, let's see, almost 2 a.m. where I am. It's 1:52 where I am. Oh my God. It's getting late, getting late, getting late, getting late, getting late. In it soon. I can't be on forever as much as I'd love to be on forever. That's probably not going to happen. That isn't going to happen. What else does anybody want to talk about? Does anybody else have anything on their mind? Shawshank kind of says, not me, I don't know if I'll come back. Okay, you don't want to be a moderator? Let's see if I can remove you. You don't want to be a moderator? Well, then let me see if I can remove you. I've never removed somebody as a moderator before. Remove as standard moderator. Okay, you don't want to be, all right. I took you off. You're not a moderator anymore. So be it. If that's how you feel. Okay, so at least I got one new moderator tonight, Agnostic. So yeah, good job for you then. Anyway, what's else everybody on his minds? I guess I got about 5 or 6 of them now. If you don't want to come back, fine. I appreciate you being on here tonight. That's fine. You can feel free to listen to my content any other time you want. I don't know what else to say other than just let me sip my coffee and see what else I can think of. You guys are always free to tell me what you guys want me to talk about. Steve Brown is always taking, or B Stevie, whatever you want to call him. He's always taking people's, video requests and, topics. But let me just say one thing, at least when you have money, like you can at least get what you need, but the more broke you are, the more real life really does become. It's like you got to do whatever it takes just to be able to have the basic needs. And you just see how cutthroat and evil this world can be. It really doesn't care unless you're just slaving and doing something. It's not going to help you. It ain't gonna. People ought to just openly help each other, but that's not how it works. You got to contribute to society, or you're not going. Nobody's going to help you. You're just going to be thrown into the street, and people are going to just walk by you, and they don't care. They don't care. You just, it's just so many things to show how much of a hellish realm this is, because people really don't care, guys. You ask people for help, they probably are just going to walk by you. They're not going to help you. They don't care about you. It's ridiculous that parents are just bringing kids into a world like that. Just, I'm going to love them. One day you're not going to be around to take care of the kid, and they're going to be stuck in this world. They're going to have to deal with it. And you can raise them as good as you can, but they're still going to have to deal with this crazy world. Agnostic says, I am a moderator. What an honor. And I felt like it. I just felt like I liked what you were saying, and I just said, I like the way this guy's talking. I just thought, I've done that before, and I just figured, why not? Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to do it again. It's going to have to be somebody that really is nice in my chat, because I already got so many moderators already, so I don't know. Guys, this live has been going on for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about before I end it? I am going to be having to end it soon, guys. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. What does anybody else want to talk about? Let me see. Let me see if I can think of anything else I want to say for this live. Oh my God. There's always going to be something to deal with. There's always going to be people that are just up your throat waiting for you to screw up. And there's always going to be people that are wanting you to be doing the best you can and wanting you to do well. And you're just like, make me proud and stuff. And it's just, why put all that pressure on somebody? I mean, why put all that pressure on somebody that they got to try to do well in the world of conniving idiots that are making it as difficult as you may possibly? Why do that to somebody? You're not doing them a favor for bringing them into a world where they're just going to have to struggle like that. It doesn't make sense, people. Where people have been procreating and becoming slaves for all throughout history for eons, and it's just, why would it stop now? Even if it was to stop, it'll probably eventually go right back to being like that, and it's just so sad. My God, it's pointless existence that we've manufactured, and it's just, it's really pathetic. It's really dumb. Let me see if anybody else shows up. I don't see anybody else here other than these three guys. They've been on here for pretty much the whole live, if not all of it. Mushroom was there for the first 10 minutes, I think. Okay, let me see. Just wait one more minute here, see if anybody else shows up. If I can think of anything else. If anything, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, and hopefully we'll go live again real soon. And yeah, I'm not ending it yet, but it's coming. I mean, the live is in its final phases. I am saying that. Just give me a minute to think of something. I guess I could take you guys in there on the bed with me. I mean, and finish it off. I mean, I've been pacing back and forth the most of the thing. It's too nippy to go out for a walk tonight. I mean, I won't want to mess with it. Let's see, what does this say here? Agnosis says, I have the power to remove messages and block people that behave bad. In other words, I behave when I am around. Well, cool, man. I'm glad you're a moderator. I mean, I just like you. I like the way I got good vibes from you. Mushroom Coyote says, watch some of the Flex G content and please let me know what you think. Okay, I'll try to watch maybe some of that. Sean says, I'm weird. Nah, sure. You're not weird. You're fine. Why do you think you're weird? I don't see how you're weird. Prove to me that you're weird. I mean, I don't even know where you are. You could be overseas for all I know. Most of my people are in the United States. I think it's much better to do my lives when I'm here in the living room and I don't have to be watching the phone all the time. I can look at TV with the chat. Yeah, I can show it to you guys. I've been using it the whole fucking live. Let me see. See? There you guys are. There's my icon, see? Bada bing, bada boom, bada boop. It's much easier than having to glance at my phone the whole time. Yeah, I don't see how you're weird. What is your icon of? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. I have always wondered. I had a little Batman symbol on it the first time I saw it, and I just used it. It has kind of like of an H to it, like hole, you know. So I just picked it. I could always just put a black circle on there, but I just figure that's better. Originally, I was going to call myself the Black Circle, and then I just changed it. Black hole's better. It works. At least I think it works. It's my channel. Anyway, you guys ever make a channel, then you do what you want. So, you know, don't take. I mean, some people got more than one channel. That Prison Called Life has a big club. He hadn't done anything on it since like July or August. And that Cutie Clan Kid, I don't know if you guys knew who that is. He has another channel. It only has one video on it. Planet Rat Race has that other channel. It only has that one video on it. I don't know if he's ever going to do anything else on there. I think he's done. It's been on there for over a year, or almost 2. I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been just over a year. That guy's awesome, but I think he just wants everybody to know he's okay, and he kind of wants to be left alone because he doesn't seem to want to do anything anymore. He's just, you know, he's been bothered by the people wondering where he is and whatever. I think he's done. He would have done something by now, but you know, that guy's awesome. Ace, Pointless Rat Race, he's awesome. He was the first YouTuber I ever listened to. And it's just, yeah, it just grew from there. Okay, what are we at? 1 hour and 43 minutes oh God, I'm so proud. I love it when I make nice long lives. Like I say, it's better when I'm here in the living room and whatever. I could take you guys in there on the bed and lie down, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm still pacing back and forth and yapping and drinking my coffee here. I'm making a live as long as I can before I say, screw it, I'm tired, you know. Anybody else have anything to talk about? What's your comment? I have always wondered, you know. I already read that. Story time soon? What do you mean story time? What do you want me to talk about? What story you want me to talk about? One day a man was born, and then he had two parents that supposedly raised him lovingly if they didn't beat him, hopefully. And then, another guy was born. He had two parents that beat him to death. And they grew up and had to find ways to survive in a world that doesn't give a screwing hoot about them. And then they eventually died while suffering their way to it. How's that? That's kind of the story that we are forced. I mean, some people can't even, let's not, I don't want to get all personal and stuff. Some people, like, so many things that can happen to you in this life. When you have a kid, it's just such a gamble when you have children. There's no guarantee they're going to be happy. There's no guarantee they're going to have any interests. There's no guarantee of anything. That they're going to have food to eat. There's no guarantee that people are going to appreciate them. Well, I just, it's so selfish having a kid. It's like you're not doing them a favor. I mean, Agnosis says, how do I remove messages? I only have the power to block, as I understand. I think you can remove messages, or you can put people in timeout. You can't do it to me because I'm the one doing the live, but you can do you can put people in timeout, and you can, it should, you just click on as far as I know, you just click on the chat, and the thing will come up, and it's like, do you want to time them out? Do you want to remove them? Do you want to hide them, or you want to block them, or something? I think it's something like that. I don't know. I've never really had to do it to anybody. I mean, when I was on Meaningless Cycle channel, when he was doing all his lives all those months ago, I would do that sometimes. He had some haters on there. That, Ruski Music, that guy's awesome. He knows who I am. I mean, he's always mentioning Black Hole in his lives. I used to donate to God all the time, and I'd like to do it again, but it's just, it's hard right now for a lot of people. Okay, it's my own messages I can remove. You can remove your own messages. Well, you should be able to remove other people's messages. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how that moderator stuff works. Like I say, I hadn't done it that often. You should be able to remove anything. Or block people, or put them in timeout, for as much as 30 minutes. I think I can put you in timeout for like 10 seconds. See, I'm going to do it right now. Put you in timeout for 10 seconds. See, you can't post anything for 10 seconds. That's about all the power I got here. But you should be able to do all that crap too. There, now you should be able to do stuff again now. It's been 10 seconds. I won't do that again. You can do this stuff. I mean, you can get on here and you click on somebody's. Did I delete your message? I'm sorry. I think I might have accidentally deleted your message. I didn't mean to. I mean, I already read it, so it's part of the thing. You can put people in timeout and look at chat. You can hide the user report. You can pin people's messages. You should be able to do stuff again. I only did that 10 seconds. I didn't mean to remove your message though. I only meant to put you in timeout for 10 seconds just for to show you. But I don't know why I did that. And block other people that misbehave, haters of the channel, and that's misbehave in some way. Well, most of the people on my channel are pretty nice, so I don't think you got anything to worry about. Maybe it's because I'm not that popular. I try to be all open, like life in general. I mean, some of these guys can really get into it, and I just don't want anything happen to my channel. I mean, some of these guys on here, they really get pretty graphical sometimes, and like I say, I was listening to that Jalal the Doomer video this evening, and he was like, really, if you haven't heard it, go and listen to it. It's about an hour and 10 minutes. He has an awesome video that he made, and it really gets into it. Let's see, we're getting up to almost 2 hours of the live. I said it wouldn't be any more than 2 hours, but I don't know. Maybe I will leave it running longer. I don't know. I've been on for quite a while, so. Let's see if anybody else shows up. Give it a minute. I want to see if anybody else actually shows up. I don't have anything else to say at the moment. seems like when you're a child, everything seems so vibrant and new, and then you get over the years, you just get dumbed down, and eventually you feel trapped, and you wake up, and it's like, this is life isn't what I thought it was this whole time. It's rigged. It's a rigged game that I don't want to be a part of. I got 8 likes. Thank you. I think that's the most likes I've ever had on a live. Some of these guys I see, Steve Brown, he usually has 20 people on his live average. All these other guys, they usually got about 10, at least 10 people on their lives. So I've had a pretty good, the most I've had during this live was about 7, I think. Usually I have about 30, and then it goes down to like 15, and then it pretty much levels off around 5 or 6 for most of it. And that's usually what I see on a lot of these things on here. Let me see if anybody else shows up. I've been on for quite a while, guys. Put a W in the chat if you guys want me to mute it and go in there and get comfy in the bed and keep it running a little bit longer. I'm thinking about maybe doing that. I should be seeing all kinds of W's right now. Yes, Black Hole, we want you to leave it run a little bit longer and just lie down with us. You want me to do that? You want me to leave it running a little longer, or do you think it's been good enough? You want me to keep it running a little bit longer? Put a W in the chat. And then I'll consider staying on a little bit more. You're not seeing any W's. I guess you guys want me out of here. What's this? Mushroom Coyote's message I can't remove, but I can remove Shawshank message. Well, I think it's because Mushroom Coyote is also a moderator. I don't know if you can remove another moderator's messages. That might be it. I don't have a managing moderator. He might. I don't think I have a managing moderator. I think it's just all standard moderators. That's probably why, though. Guys, I'm going to go in there on the bed. I'm just going to lie down and keep it running a little bit longer, guys. I'm going to finish my coffee first. I've been pacing back and forth here in the living room the whole time, so I'm going to go ahead and lie down on the bed and keep it going a little bit longer before I go to sleep. Put you guys to sleep at least. Right now, I'm just trying to finish this coffee. You get it, Dr. I'm getting pretty sleepy, Mushroom Coyote. Yeah, you don't have to stay on my live. Just because my live is going, you don't have to stay on. You can go ahead and leave. I'm just thinking about going ahead and staying on a little bit longer is all. If you're tired, you can go to bed. Listen to the rest of it later. It'll be here for you later if you're getting tired. Mushroom Cry says, I'm going to head out, but I have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much. I think I will stay on a little bit longer. So thanks so much for joining my live. You can listen to the rest later. Just remember that you got in about an hour and 50 minutes into it, and you can listen to the rest later. Appreciate you showing up, brother. Everybody say bye, Mushroom Coyote. I think he's getting out of here. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Well, I guess it's just us now, guys. I'm still sipping on this coffee here. And I'm going to go in there and lie down on the bed with you guys. I think Jack Jenner, if you get the dark antinatalist, he does that. He usually does a lot of his stuff just lying on the bed or whatever. He has that cat coming in all the time. Steve Brown had a cat, but he moved up South Dakota. He says he's going to try to get out of there after a year or so. He's got that apartment now. I think he had a fight with his family or something. I don't know. That guy's awesome. Steve Brown is one of the most laid-back YouTubers around. He's awesome. I love the guy. He wanted to leave YouTube a while ago, and I got real mad. I made up. It's like, I'm sorry. I just listened to his stuff, and I didn't want him to leave. But that was over a year ago. That's ancient history now. He left, and he came back, and he left again. He came back, and T-Sizzle, back in August or whatever, it's just, where is T-Sizzle? And it's like, oh, he deleted his channel. No, why the heck would he delete his channel? And then it's like, no, YouTube took his channel down because he only had one strike. The Messiah or whatever. The Messiah's channel is gone. I can't listen to one of my favorite videos of his is how God in the Bible is a monster. And like I say, guys, I believe that we're bringing all this crap on ourselves, and it's all man-made BS. So of course, it's going to be made out to be a monster. It's all about control. Thanks for honor being a moderator. You're welcome. I'm keeping the chat clean from haters. Yeah, go ahead. That's why I made you one. Live is not 2 hours yet, but it's about to be. I said it would stop at 2 hours, but I changed my mind. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to finish this coffee and lie down with you guys for a bit. Because I feel like it. I feel like doing that. My life, I'll do what I want. Let me drink the rest of this coffee, and then I'm going to go in there and lie down and keep it going a little bit longer. You guys don't have to be here for it. I mean, it's late. You guys can always listen later, and I'm not going to keep it much longer anyway because I'm getting tired. Let me drink this. I'm going to mute you guys. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. I'll be right back. So you say, agnostic, you say you're at B. Stevie's live yesterday, dropping truth bombs. Awesome, brother. That's cool. I'm fixing to go in here with you guys. I'm going to lie down on the bed and get all comfy. I'm still trying to finish this coffee. I just want to make sure everything's in order in the house before I go to sleep. My father's out, comes back, I want everything to be in order. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to mute you guys. I'm going to mute you guys again. Yeah, be right back. I was thinking about going ahead and taking a bath in the middle of the live. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, though. I'm muting it. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm here on the bed. I'll leave it run a little bit longer. My phone is already at like 23%. So, yeah, I'm lying down now. The live just reached 2 hours. So, we're not going to be live much longer, guys. I thought this would make me more comfortable, but all it's doing is making me realize how tired I am. So, we'll leave it running a little bit longer, guys. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about before I slip into the night, if you know what I mean? I am going to be having to end it pretty soon, guys. I have been on for 2 hours. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I don't really have anything else. Now that I'm lying down, there's more coffee in there. I guess I could heat it up. Yeah, what the heck? I'm gonna go back in here and heat up another. Lying down the bed, all it's doing is making me sleepy, guys. So I'm gonna get back up and brew. I brewed some coffee and I just leave it sitting in there all fucking night, guys, and fucking have it in the morning. I'm gonna pour some and put it in the microwave and talk with you guys a little bit longer. So, pour it here. Now I got this little Tupperware cup that I use. It's not full, but it'll do. The microwave, heat it up for a minute. There we go. Numero uno. 1 minute. Okay. Let's see now. So I'll stay live just a little bit longer, guys. I see 3 people are there. Yeah, if I lie down, I'm gonna just go to sleep, guys. So that antinatalist Jack guy, I don't know how he does it, staying awake that long. I mean, shout out to that guy. Go to the live stream on a regular basis. That's the way I can come in contact with this channel. Well, it's just I make videos, man. I mean, if you subscribe to me, you can watch my videos and everything. I'm not going to be going live every day. That's just not how I do things. I just go live whenever I feel like it, or I might schedule one, or just, whatever. But I appreciate you saying that. I mean, you can always go back and listen to this again. Sometimes I'm more in the mood for it than other times. But there's no point in doing it if you don't feel like it. And if not, you guys can always get on here and make your own content, It's easy to do. All you gotta do is have an email address and have a camera. Post it. That's easy. Anyone can do it. Okay, so I just heated up some more coffee. My phone is almost at 20%. So yeah, we are going to be in it soon, guys. It's late. It's past what time is it? Oh my god. It's like what time is it? I can't see. I got something in my hand. It's like 2:20. It's like 2:20 where I am. So yeah. Yeah, like you say, Steve was on all the way until like 4 or 5 in the morning last night. He was 4 hours. I'm probably going to put him on, put his live on from last night, or the one before, the night before. Have it put me to sleep, like a little bedtime story. I never have to just go to sleep on my own. I can always, all this social media stuff. That's another thing, guys. Social media can really drive you crazy if you let it. It's helpful, but yeah. You do got to kind of do something to uplift your spirits in your own in the worldly way, and then you can always come back to reality and listen to this real stuff again. And then it's kind of a sucky deal. It's like reality, suffering, and then you go and have some pureness if you're lucky enough. Some people don't even have that, and then you can go back to reality again. It's not bitching; it's just being real. Gnosis says, but go into other people's live stream. That's a good way for people to come in contact with your channel. Yeah. Other people's live stream. Other people's live stream. Oh, other people's live stream. Well, yeah, you mean having a guest on the channel? Yeah. Having a good way for people to come in contact with your channel. Well, sure. Of course it is. But I'm not going to have a guest every time. It's special when I do that. I've only had 2 guests on here. And I don't know. if I'm ever going to have any more than that. I may never invite anybody on here again, but I probably will at some point. There are no absolutes in life. Okay, guys. Else have anything else they want to say here? There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be competition. People just like to try to dominate and make things their way or the highway, you know. It's all a matter of how fast you're able to cross that highway and not get run over. And just fuck the system, guys. There's no point in anybody having to suffer like that. Guys, if nobody has anything else in their minds, I am going to have to end it. It is getting late. I really don't know what else to say. I'm getting pretty tired, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh my god. Agnostic says, but it creates a better flow here in the chat if we are more people in the chat. Well, of course. But, you know, you invite people to your channel, there'd probably be more people tuning in, yeah. You're right. It's just the last time I did the live with Steve Brown before my father was here. We need to do it sometime when it's just me like it is now, with no one around. I don't know. We'll try to do it sometime, guys. I'm just so... I mean, I don't like to say that I'm going to do something, and then I end up not doing it. So I just take every day as it comes. That's another piece of advice. Just take every day as it comes, guys. I mean, it's just so many... Life is so difficult. You got to just take every day as it comes. And, you know... That's another thing. These assholes, they're making all these millions and billions within a day. It's just, while people are starving. God, it's just so ridiculous what goes on in this world. It's ridiculous. My battery's at 20%. It's okay, as long as it ain't at 0%. Because then if that happened, then this live probably wouldn't even get on there. Because you got to end it and say that you're done with it before it uploads, right? Or it's just gone, right? Anything else that I have to say? Anything else you guys want to say? Anybody else show up? Maybe leave it run just a tad longer. I'm dragging this live out. I'm pretty much dragging this live out as long as I can before I just get too tired. What does this say? Agnostic says, okay, have a good night. Are you leaving? And thanks again for the honor of becoming a moderator. You're welcome. I am a moderator in another analyst channel too. Awesome. Who's that? What other channel are you a moderator on? What channel is that, Agnostic? You say you're a moderator on another channel. Which one is that? I'm a moderator on at least two or three channels, I think. I know I'm one on Meaningless Cycle channel. I don't know about who else it is. Not everybody goes live. A lot of these guys don't go live that often. Boring Crap System in Prison Called Life hardly ever goes live. Meaningless Cycle usually goes live. He doesn't make videos anymore. He went live about 2 weeks ago. Thought Provoker and Finding Gnosis, they go live almost every 2 or 3 days with their panel on StreamYard. I don't know if I'll ever have a panel on StreamYard. Probably not. Gen Z goes live. Gen Z Against the World. She goes live about every, what's her name? I forget her name. He goes live 3 or 4 days, maybe. I know, God, I'm terrible with names. What other channel are you moderator on? I think Agnostic already left. We got 3 people here. Remember, ooh, I got smiley faces coming up. You don't remember? I don't remember who else I'm a moderator on either. That's why I was asking. I mean, I don't remember. I was asking you. I don't remember who else I'm a moderator on. Does anybody remember what Gen Z Against the World's name is? I mean, it's on the top of my head. What her name is, I can't remember. I got some hot coffee here. Ooh, I'm getting all these little things, those things that fly up in the corner of the screen. I appreciate that, whoever's doing that. I think Agnostic is doing that. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna keep it going here. I got this hot coffee I'm sipping here. So yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna keep it going even more. Why not? I'll know when it's time to stop it. I'll know when the time is right to stop it. I'm not ready to. I think I should be on just a little longer. Something's telling me I should keep it going a little bit more. So I will. Basically, I'm not really saying much of anything. I'm just being live and seeing if anybody shows up and says anything. That's all I'm really doing right now. Sipping this coffee. Anybody else want to talk about anything? Anybody, what's going on in the world that I don't know about and I probably don't want to know about? I already know this world is trash, but we got to know what's going on, just see how much trash it is, what we got to live in, right? Why? Why do we got to care about this crap? Why do we got to care about this stupid man-made bull crap that doesn't even have to exist in the first place? So stupid, dumb, pathetic, meaningless, unnecessary, you name it. But we still got to live in it. Why? Because two people had sex. Okay, that's dumb. That's stupid. That's retarded. That's the world we live in. I sound like a snake. I'm making locust sound. That's not a locust. I can whistle pretty good, not as good as some people. Not bad. Agnostic says, I thought you should go to sleep, but I can stay a while more. Oh, you don't have, you can leave whenever you want. I'll end it when I feel like ending it. As long as I'm drinking this coffee and pacing back and forth, then I can stay awake a little bit. If I lie down, then I will go to sleep. I was lying down a minute and I said, no, I'm going to make some more coffee. Because that didn't work with me laying down like that. I'll leave it run a little bit longer. It's been almost 2 hours, 15 minutes now. Nice long live. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. What's your guys' favorite song? Tell me your guys' favorite song. I'll hum it for you. I don't know if I even know it. Fucking Christmas coming up. Jingle bells. Everything's so expensive. If you can even afford anything. Grateful for having to kill animals in order to show how grateful we are for being a slave. Animals eating each other. Humans have to eat animals so they can eat each other financially. Oh my God. What the fuck? What the hell kind of world are we living in? This is stupid. Stupid world. I don't want to know why the hell you want to bring kids here. Because this world needs more slaves. We can keep this hamster wheel running. If we don't have slaves, then how in the hell are we supposed to put food on the table so we can keep being slaves? It's meaningless. Oh my God. And it's just, but at least we had television. We got all this other stuff to do. Yeah, it's just coping. It's coping. But if we don't cope, we won't be motivated to go be a slave so we can put food on the table so we'll have enough energy to cope. Keep being a slave. But at least we have the choice. What kind of slave would you like to be? Would you like to be a technical slave? Would you like to be a manufacturing engineering slave? Would you like to be a hospitality slave? It's still slavery. It's just different forms of slavery. But it's slavery is slavery, whether you realize. You see, that's the thing. And back in the day, people were slaves, but they didn't know any better, so they just went with it. Now we got modern slavery, and it's like wage slavery, and it's like it doesn't matter what skin color you are. Even the skin, the black people. If you go into one of Ace's Pointless Rat Races videos, he mentions black people, slave owners are slaves. We're all slaves. God, that guy is awesome. I wish that guy would make more videos. Agnosis says, yes, it is an evil capitalistic world who creates a bunch of Delta NPC slaves with psychopathic, narcissistic behavior. A lot of their mentality disorders flourishes as well. Yes, psychopathic. Even schizo people having the up and down attitude, bipolar disorder. Why do you think they get like that? Why do you think they get all stressed out like that? Because they're always around all these narcissists that just have no empathy for anybody. They just want you to fall in line, profit the company. When you're sick, you call in sick. It's like, why are they calling in sick? Well, how is my company supposed to run if my workers are all at home, with a fever or something? I go to get better so you can come back and be my slave again, because I don't want to do the work, but I sure want to make sure that all these other people get the work done. While I sit in an office and keep tabs on, what is it those people really do in their offices anyway? Well, they just sit and look at how many, it almost makes you wonder if they just monitor to see if people are doing their job, basically. So they're just sitting there. That's why they're managers. They're just sitting there waiting for you to screw up so they can fire you. Yes, that's what it is, guys. What else could it be? Their job is to basically sit and make sure that everybody is not slacking off, because then they'll just move to the next person in line. All you got to do is screw up, and they'll be like, "Okay, you're done," and they just get someone else in there to take your place. And people think that it means something going and doing the same thing every day, when it's really they're just waiting for you to screw up, man. They don't care about you. They act like they care about you, but as soon as you screw up, it's like, okay, we think that, they always come up to you like, I really think that you need to move on and do something, the way they are. And it's like, wait a minute, this is my life, and you thought they cared about you and stuff. Like, no, we really think that there's some better opportunities out there, and just how they are. They don't really care. They just act. Their job is to act like they care, but what they're really doing is waiting for you to screw up so they can get you out of there and move on to someone else. And that's why there's job openings. If somebody got fired, there wouldn't be an opening if somebody hadn't gotten fired or somebody hadn't quit. Why did they quit? Probably because they hated it, and now it's okay. Now here comes somebody else, and they'll probably quit. We got to keep hiring people over and over again, because they keep quitting, because they know that this job sucks, and but this stuff needs to get done, or people aren't going to have this stuff. People can't grow their own crops. People can't, we got to get all this stuff shipped to them. We got to make sure that the work is done, and if people don't like it, we got to make sure that people keep coming in so they can get paid to provide other people for stuff, so they will have the means to find slavery in their own way. Because it's all slavery, guys. Everything is slavery. And everything is profiting off of something else. It moves up the social, economic, business ladder, or whatever you want to call it, that guy, the Life Outrage, had that little chart last week on one of his videos, like, oh, just, one guy that and profits a company and goes over this company, and then it's just the supplier or whatever. It's just everything is just basically just so you can pay for bills of it, and go keep being a slave. That's what it is, guys. But they don't want you to look at it that way. They want you to think, oh, you have meaning in life. You have this. They have the tit for tat. Well, it's really just slavery in disguise. Guys, I've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. God, Lord have mercy. I had no idea it was going to be this long, but that's what happens when you're in the mood. And yeah, there you go. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys listen to it a million times. Been my pleasure doing it for you. Let me see. Let me see if anybody else comes on. There's no telling when I'm going to end it. I said it ended 2 hours, and that obviously didn't happen. So I don't want to say anything because, some of these guys, they just say, look, I'm going to end the live stream, and that's it. Done. They don't say when they're going to end it. They just say, I feel like ending it. That's it. Nobody even has a chance to say goodbye. It's just, So I'll end it when I feel like it. See if anybody else comes on, says anything. Whatever. You guys go to bed. You don't have to stay up, and it ain't gonna be on much longer, guys. My phone's getting low. It's but I'm at 16% now. Which means I could stay on for at least another 40, 50 minutes without a problem. But I don't think so. Let me see here. Agnostic says depression flourishes a lot in this depressing slavery society. Depression is everywhere. Depressing to be alive in this day and age. There's not really much anything to feel good about. Can't really feel good about jobs. Can't really feel good about wages. Can't really feel good about living conditions. What is there to feel good about? Bills are higher. Wages are low. Robots are taking over. What the fuck is happening? We might come to war. I don't just, all these diseases that they thought they were going to have cures is still flourishing. What the hell are we going to do? We're going to keep living and hope that everything works out and go with the flow like we always do, and it probably never will change. That's what's going to happen. You know it and I know it. Let me fix this here. We still got 5 people here. We got 8 likes. Good. Appreciate it. That's another thing. Anytime, even if you don't listen to somebody's content, go ahead and give them a like. It always helps with the channel and YouTube and everything. Every time I listen to something, even if I don't listen to it, the people I subscribe to, especially, I almost everything, even the posts, I just put a like on it. Makes me feel better. Hopefully it helps them out. At least I'm doing something, If I can't donate or whatever, a lot of these people are monetized. You can donate to them or whatever. Super chat, give them stickers, whatever. It's always nice. Guys, I'm going to be ending in a minute if nobody else says anything. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm getting pretty tired. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Okay, Agnostic says, and everybody are talking on a mask taking on a mask and pretends to be happy slaves, but in reality, if they follow their heart, they want to be free. Of course they do. Everybody wants freedom. But another thing is that freedom is just, that's an accident waiting to happen, because then people think they can just do whatever they want. And that's why they got all these rules and laws and everything. It's just words on a piece of paper. That's all it is. It's an illusion. And they got all this law enforcement and stuff, so if you screw up, they'll screw you up. You can't have that stuff, because they know human nature. Like, if you're truly free, then you're going to have issues. People are going to be trying to rob and kill each other. It's just a sad fact of it. Humans are animals just like anything else. Animals eat each other to survive. Humans are going to do the same thing. Cannibalism, if they don't put something in place like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Nobody really knows what anybody's thinking or feeling, so they got to put it down on everybody, right? It's a sad fact of life. Even, the decent people are having to. Who is decent? How do you define a decent person? Anybody who suffers long enough is going to result in drastic measures. It's just how the world works, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, that's why you shouldn't bring kids here, because there's just any kind of thing that can happen. It gives you all these stimulus pleasures, and then it always ends, and then you eventually got to go back to regular life again. It's, sad but true. Oh my God. We're about to be at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'll probably end it then, guys. More than likely, I'm going to end it at 2 hours and 30 minutes, because I've been on long enough. I'm tired. I'm probably going to end it at 2 hours and 30 minutes, If I can't think of anything else. I think I've been on long enough. I could always charge my phone up and keep it going, but I'm tired. It's late. I've been on long enough. Appreciate everybody sticking with me. Guys have been here for most of it. I am going to have to get out of here, though, guys. Pretty quick. I've dragged it out long enough. Okay, let me get over here. Noxus says, but it's some strange brainwasher on the Delta NPC. They can't think outside of the box. Their critical thinking skills have been severely brainwashed away. You're damn right about that. It's all about brainwashing and the conditioning and indoctrination, as they call it. You're wandering around the schools. Get back over here, sit down, and learn all this stuff that doesn't matter that you're going to forget. That's what it is. What is that? 246. I thought that can't be my father. I thought somebody's driving up out here. It can't be my father. It's too early. It's not even 3 a.m. He's not supposed to be back until like 3:30 or 4. Better not be. That would suck. As long as I feel the urge to keep it going, I'm going to keep it going. What's the longest live I've done where I was just pretty much talking the whole time? I think it was 3. It might have been 3 hours. I don't know. This might be the longest one. And I hope that can't be my father. My father would never be back this early. It never would happen. He'd never back this early. It's not even 3 a.m. yet. Anybody else there? Anybody have anything you want to say? It's already past 2 hours, 30 minutes, but I'm still going, Two people have sex and we're all just here. We gotta make the best of it with good cheer, even if there's nothing but a 6-pack of beer to keep us company in the sheer, weird, sick, domineering fear that we seem to persevere. Whatever, I'm just rambling, guys. We're here. We gotta fucking deal with it. Why? Because we had sex and we gotta make the best of things. Agnostic says the Delta NPC are just canvassy intellectual parrot followers under the system who has the power and the media steers their thinking. Delta NPC people are approximately about 95%. Oh, okay. Well, most people are going to be just right with the system. They don't have any self-conscious thought. They're just in the world and they just go with whatever they've been taught, whatever they've been indoctrinated, or what they just, this is life, and we need to. We can't do the work for ourselves. We got to have other people do the work for us, man. I mean, we can't be doing it ourselves. The king or queen will never do the work. They order somebody to do the work for them. There's a coronavirus, the crown virus. We got to have them profiting off everybody else is thinking that, we got the disease, shut down the economy, so people will. I don't know. I mean, I don't see that's another thing. How the hell are we going to profit if everything is shut down? I mean, it's so ingenious how they do this crap. They want to see how people react to it, and basically they're just creating fear. So when everything does open up again, people will just submit to anything. I'm just so happy that I can at least walk out in the street again, and I can hug my family again. I don't have to be 5 feet away from people or wear a mask anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna be happy. One time I did have somebody's like, I got to wear a mask at my work in the freezer, and that was suck. I'm glad I got out of that place. It was overtime for almost a whole year. Everything was fine before COVID, and now everything's just intolerable now. I mean, life has always sucked, but now it sucks even more. It's just going to keep sucking, and, like, what are we doing here? Are we living or are we just surviving? Okay, what is that? I thought I saw something. I've been live for so long, and I just keep it going. Mommy, daddy have sex. Little kid get born. Kid doesn't know what the fuck is going on, but the parents say, this is the way life. You owe us now that we did all this for you. And the kid's like, why did you do it? And then the parents are like, well, because we love you. And the kid is like, why do you love me if I'm going to have to just do all this crap I don't care about? And then the parents are like, no, you're disrespectful. Get out of our house and go make us proud and make us think that we did something good by bringing you here. And the kid's like, suck my dick. Like, Agnostic says, the rest 5-10% is the Sigma, Omega, and Zeta people. Alpha and Beta people are baked into the Delta NBC horde. Yeah, they're talking about generations, aren't you? Sigma, Omega, and Zeta people. Sigma, I'm not familiar with those terms, but I'm pretty sure you're talking about the awakened people. I'm Generation Y. I don't, generation crap, that's all just phooey anyway, because it's just people just being born when the economy was flourishing at some point. I mean, all this crap, it's all man-made crap anyway, guys. NPC, it's all just terms to, whether or not you're just believing all this BS is all right or not. If you believe that everything is fine the way it is, then you're an NPC. If you believe that life should be better, and that to bring knowingly a child into, even when you're in a bad financial situation, is morally wrong. I mean, it's just if you think that it's wrong to have a child, if you knowingly have a child, when you're even if you're in a bad financial situation and it's morally wrong, then you're awakened because you see how wrong it is. Oh, my phone is at 10%, guys. So yeah, I would just keep going until my phone runs out of juice, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Agnosis says, no, I'm talking about humanities and mentalities. Oh, okay. You're talking about mentalities. Those are mentality terms. Okay. I'm sorry. I haven't been doing this long enough to where I know just every little thing about it yet. I've only been on here 17 months. Cut me some slack. Mentality terms, not generation terms, mentality terms. I got you. I hear you. Mentality, it's all about mindset. Whatever mindset you're in, you have this mindset, you have that mindset. It helps you get through the day. Sometimes I struggle for 10, 15 minutes or even longer to get out of bed just to make sure your head is all level, right? Because whatever mindset you go to when you go to sleep, it's almost guaranteed you're going to have a different mindset when you wake up. It's just like batteries charging. We're all batteries in the matrix, right? And you wake up and you just have a different mindset. You got to adapt to the day. You got to make yourself think and feel a certain way, right? So that you can handle whatever's going on in your life, whatever's going on in the world around you. Hopefully you have some good visions while you're asleep, and then you wake up and you feel better. It's like, oh no, I don't want to feel. I feel better, and now I remember how crazy my life is, and I got to wake up again and deal with all this crap. And sometimes you just roll around in bed and you just got to get my head straight so I can handle the day and the people in my life. And you got to go to work. Stupid beep, 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 stupid alarm. Got to wake up, go to work. Steve Brown was supposed to go to work yesterday, but he was sick. He actually ended the live with his alarm going off. I remember that last night. A stupid alarm wake you up, and you got to struggle to get out of bed. Make sure you got a good mindset so you can handle the day and you can handle all the crap that you got to deal with, because it's always about materialism in the world. It's the toughest reality you can ever enter. If we are consciousness and if we are spiritual beings, this would have to pretty much be the toughest environment you could ever enter as a conscious being, because I can't see anything being more difficult than this. More misunderstanding, anything can go wrong. You break something and then you got to pay for it. You got to fix it. You break your bones, you break your hip, you got to go through all this medical crap. That's why you got all these people calling you up and all these ads on the cell phone. It's like, you got to get medical, donate to this, donate to that. It's always about trying to keep people out of trouble. People are going to get in trouble, and they're trying to fix trouble. There's trouble everywhere. And we're trying to keep out of trouble. There's always going to be trouble. There's nobody there. Everybody's left my live. I think everybody's waiting. I think everybody wants me to shut up and get off of here because there ain't nobody here. Well, it's just showing nobody on my thing here. And yeah, you guys can always listen later. I mean, it's my live. I just get on here and yap, and then you guys can listen to it if you want to listen to it. I'm going to be in it soon. My phone is almost out of power. I've been on for 2 hours, almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. One person, there's somebody showing up. Whatever. I'm dragging it out as much as I can, guys. I've been on this long. I can be on just a little bit longer. It's windy outside. I can hear the wind blowing. It's all nippy. Agnosis says, Gnostic teachings comprehends very good with what I am experiencing in this life. Earth seems to be some kind of louche farm, which it is, for the demiurge and the archeans. It seems like there is some kind of evil spirit that is definitely benefiting off of our suffering. I can see. That's why it's a hell realm, guys, because if there is a God, it's probably the God of this world is pretty much would have to be. If he's good, he's evil as well, and people are just believing in all this crap. It's both. You know, it's just the fucking demons are benefiting off of our suffering, and that's why we can't give them our energy. Benedictine the Truth goes into this all the time. We escape this realm and go back to something that's better, because I can't imagine anything worse than this world, guys. I mean, this is the dumbest existence. If we do go to a place that's worse than this, it's probably something of our own creation, because we just can't accept how powerful we are. We've been so conditioned. It's like we're fucking creating even worse hell than this, and I can't. I mean, it's just just fuck, man. This world is bad enough. Don't think, I mean, number one, don't bring kids here in the first place. But yeah, I do believe that there is definitely some evil spirits that are benefiting off of our suffering behind the scenes. And we're just trying to, keep from being spiritually bored or something. So we just end up creating people. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's so ingenious what could really be going on in the inner workings of the universe, but some people think that you die and that's it, and then we're just. But if that's the case, and where do we come from? How do we get here? And it's just if we're there is probably some evil spirit that is benefiting off of our suffering. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all these. Intrusive thoughts. We wouldn't have all these demiurges and just all these. It's just somebody standing next to you. Maybe I should slap him. Maybe I should. Ooh, but what if I scream right now? All these stupid, dumbass thoughts that come in your head. You guys know what I mean. It's like, what if I jumped off the cliff? What if I pushed this person off the cliff? What if I took this knife and just slashed somebody's neck? That's the demiurge. That's just like demons. Like they want you to do all this crap and benefit off suffering. It's like, like the two angel, the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. Yeah, the big, it's like the angel saying, no, don't do it. The devil is like, oh, do it, go ahead and do it. And like, which one do you listen to? Most people are listening to that demon on the other shoulder. The angel shaking his head, why don't you listen to me? Yeah. Most people will be like that. Most people are just going to say, I'm going to do this, and that's that. And people laugh at your people that are ugly. People laugh at people that are fat. People laugh at people that eat a lot. There's a lot of mean people in this world. A lot of people profiting off of misery. A lot of demons. Agnosis says the Christians are probably praying to the evil demiurge with their good Christian God who created evil. Probably. When you go to church, you probably are worshiping a quote-unquote good God that's just as much evil as he is good. He's both. I mean, I think he's more evil because it just look at all the crap that he allows. If he knows everything, then why is he allowing all this fucking evil? So it'd have to be, the majority of it would have to be evil with a malicious intent. And animosity goes in on his channel. Animosity goes on his channel. It's like, he probably has a lot of malicious intent behind it. If there is a God separate from us, which I do not believe in any such God. I believe that we are all connected to everything and we're bringing everything on ourselves, but that's me. You can believe whatever you want. My phone is at 6%, guys, so let's see. We're going to have to end it here in just a minute, guys. I've been on long enough. Anybody else, anything else they want to say? I don't want to just end it abruptly. I want to make sure everybody has everything they said that they want to say. I've been spouting long enough. Once again, I sure do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Leave it running just a little bit longer. We are going to end it pretty quick. I should have ended it about an hour ago, but I'm still here. Amazingly enough. Oh my God, fuck. As we are going to end it, I'm going to end in about. I've made up my mind. I'm going to end in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to end the live, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mute it in about 1 minute, and then I'll just leave it running for another minute. Anybody can just comment whatever they want. So that, I've made up my mind. So does anybody else have anything they want to say before I go mute for the last minute? Because I'm done with this. This live is pretty much dead. I'm done. I've been on long enough. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I don't see anything in the chat. So I'm I'm gonna do like my buddy Jack, the dark anti-natalist does, and I'm gonna mute it and not say anything, and then I'm gonna end it in about a minute. So yeah, yeah, I'm muting it. Okay, I see something from Agnostic. A good God who creates evil is not a good God. A God who creates evil is an evil God, of course. Yeah, like I say, he's both. So he's just, I'm not worshiping anything like that. I'm just worshiping. If I worship anything, I'm going to worship myself and the ability to choose what I want. And everybody needs to do that sort of thing. They need to realize that any such God would definitely be evil. And if you're going to believe in something, you need to believe in yourself, your fellow man. And there's just not enough people doing that. Okay, guys, I'm going to mute it now. That's it. I'm done with this live. Go ahead and leave something in the chat if you like. And yeah, peace. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. I'm muting myself now. I'm going to end the live in 1 minute. Thank you very much. Peace. See you guys again when the time is right. Thank you. Good night. In live in 30 seconds. I'm ending the live in 30 seconds. Anybody want to leave in the chat? Feel free. I'm in the live in 30 seconds. Good night, everyone. Peace. Thank you, Agnostic. Okay, that's it. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.